It's a perfect sunny day in DubSea, but the Fish Sticks are in the freezer tonight, sporting the frozen jerseys for the first time in 2026 as they look to pick up their first PIL win of the season against the Seattle Blackfins. Alongside Kyle Sweeney, I'm Angus Trengmo, welcoming you to Mel Olson Stadium in White Center for the first $3 Thursday of the season at the Friar and the third matchup in 5 days between the Fish Sticks and the Blackfins. And Kyle, the Fins won the first matchup convincingly, then walked off the Fish Sticks on Tuesday.
Yeah, after a 10-3 victory on Sunday between these two teams, it was Mario Martinez that was the hero for the Blackfins with an RBI ground out here in extra innings. There was one out with the bases loaded. The throw was not in time. So the 7-6 victory and 2 straight wins over the Fish Sticks for the Blackfins, who are looking to take all 3 games against the Fish Sticks.
Tonight, the Sticks are looking to turn the tables in the season series, and they turn to their opening day starter, Eli Hurst, on the mound.
Yeah, 3 innings of scoreless work against the A's in the season opener. He walked the first batter he faced, then proceeded to pick him off, as you see right there, and it was just off to the races from there. Just 1 hit and 3 strikeouts across the 3 innings, commanding the 93-mile-an-hour fastball that he boasts. Said Coach Kribbe told him to stay and focus on the fastball throughout the opening outing, but Hurst himself said he will likely throw more off-speed today, said he loved the way he commanded the zone on Saturday and hopes to continue that tonight. But we will be seeing a lot of that high-velocity fastball that helped earn him Washington Gatorade Player of the Year this past season.
Hurst was great on Saturday, but tonight he faces a Blackfins lineup that has really had the Fish Sticks number all week, scoring 17 runs in the first 2 contests against DubSea. Kyle, it's a pretty deep lineup for Seattle, but Camden Raymond is going to be the highlight.
Yeah, we're going to be focusing on the 3-hole hitter tonight and really all season long. Big dude at 6'2", 260, was 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs and multiple extra base hits on Sunday and that 10-3 win, and then had another hit on Tuesday. But combining his size and really good plate discipline and very fast hands make him a great hitter. He also has 2 homers already through 5 games for them and is very dangerous at that 3-hole position.
Our first look at the Fish Sticks in the frozen jerseys is around the corner. DubSea looks to freeze a hot Blackfin squad looking for their 3rd win in a row next on the Fish Sticks Network.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
They always say, think happy thoughts. It's easy when you're a Wendy's Cookie Dough Frosty Fusion. I'm an instant dopamine hit. Get it? Dopamine? Like cookie dough. I said like cookie dough! Happiness is a Cookie Dough Frosty Fusion at Wendy's.
For over 15 years, As You Wish Electric has offered the comprehensive electrical solutions Seattle families trust. We are proud to announce that we can now also serve your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. As we grow, we are committed to delivering the same knowledgeable and friendly experience that earned our spot as the region's top-rated electrical company. Contact As You Wish Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Air today to learn more.
Back here at Mel Olson Stadium on an absolute bluebird of a day in White Center, Washington. Angus Trengmo alongside Kyle Sweeney. First fish around the corner. And Kyle, like we said in the open, this Blackfins team has been playing some really good baseball as of late.
Yeah, 4-1 already, 2 wins already over the Fish Sticks. Has given the Fish Sticks 2 losses in the PIL after the 2025 championship banner was hung up there in right center field on Saturday. So, as you said, a very deep lineup. We highlighted Raymond in the opening, but 17 runs through the 2 games. They really chipped away at that 5-1 lead that the Fish Sticks had up at Edmonds College on Tuesday. They had scored runs in the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th, and also left 14 runners on base going into the 9th inning. So this offense has a lot of pop, and I'm expecting to see a high-powered offensive affair tonight.
There's been production on the mound for the Blackfins as well in both of the meetings with the Fish Sticks. Cody Snow went 7 scoreless on Sunday in the 10-3 win. Then Tanner Requa out of the bullpen, 5 innings of 1-run ball, and gets the win in the walk-off on Tuesday.
Yeah, the Blackfins have only used 5 pitchers through the 2 games against the Fish Sticks so far. The Fish Sticks, on the other hand, they've used 11. So expect Eli Hurst to go about 3 innings like he did on Saturday in the season opener. But yeah, they have a lot of arms available, but they've been clicking so far against the Fish Sticks.
First fish is about to be tossed as fans start to fill in, and we get our first look at Finn Crispy Jr. And Kyle, I mean, I think I've said it already twice on this broadcast, but can you ask for a better day?
No.
I don't think I've seen a cloud all day.
Before the season opener on Saturday, it was raining throughout the day. The last 2 days here in West Seattle, there really hasn't been a cloud, and especially not today. It's hovering right around 75 degrees as well. Barely any wind. It's going to be a fantastic night of baseball.
Fish Sticks looking to improve back to 500 and still looking for that first win in PIL play. Still, the only opponent that they've played in the PIL is these Seattle Blackfins, so trying to just find a way to beat the Teal out of Edmonds. A lot of Edmonds College and Shoreline Community College guys on this Blackfins roster.
Here we go, first fish. We've got Casey Kirihara in the house, the biggest influencer to throw the first pitch so far for the Fish Sticks, the creator and in-arena host for the Seattle Storm.
Mel Olson Stadium history happening right before our eyes. Over 300,000 followers on Instagram, and like you said, a recognizable face down at Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle Center.
Let's take a look. Pike Place set the bar with their first fish on Saturday, so we'll see if Casey can do the same. You can follow her on Instagram at @InfamousCasey.
Jaden Mizuno ready to catch.
Here we go.
That went pretty well. That went pretty well. You got to give Casey credit there. I was expecting a lot worse, and you know, a fish is a very foreign object to a lot of people. So,
and shout out Jaden Mizuno for catching that as well. That was a bit low there. Maybe protected a run. Look at that. Not just a pitcher.
20 minutes out from first pitch at the Friar, and it's $3 Thursday here at Mel Olson Stadium. The beer garden is already almost filled to the brim out down the left field line.
Well, gates open at 5, and there's people that come in at 5:01 and head right to the beer garden. Although we did see a couple of dangerous balls go that direction that went foul there. But here's another look. First fish, second of the season.
I still got to give the edge to the fishmongers. Obviously, they're the pros.
Right.
But that was pretty good execution from Casey Kirihara. Definitely a better outing than I think either of us expected. This should be a rowdy crowd at the Friar tonight.
Yeah, another sold-out crowd, so they set the franchise or program record for attendance on Saturday with 1,500 people, expecting around the same tonight. So 2 straight sellouts to start the season.
Fish Sticks and Blackfins getting set to go for their third matchup in 5 days. We'll be right back on the Fish Sticks Network.
Once upon a home in the Issaquah Highlands, the Parkers used Thumbtack for a new kitchen island. Now the pizza is cooking and the kids are excited. Thank goodness for Thumbtack and all it provided. Start your home story on Thumbtack.
Oh, thanks, Crispy.
You ever wonder how Crispy gets to the Friar for games? He uses King County Metro's Rapid Ride H-Line. King County Metro, the official commute of your DubSea Fish Sticks.
About 15 minutes away from first pitch at the Friar between the DubSea Fish Sticks and the Seattle Blackfins. And Kyle, what do you think your keys to the game are for the Fish Sticks to get their first PIL win today?
Yeah, there's a couple of things that have come up after a 1-2 start. Number one, first pitch strikes. So 70% of walks come with the first pitch ball. The Fish Sticks pitching staff had 9 walks on Tuesday against the Blackfins. They have 20 walks through 3 games this season, and I really think they have to dial in that first pitch, and that starts with Eli Hurst, who had just that 1 walk in the opener. So first pitch strikes are crucial, not just for Hurst, but the rest of the deep bullpen as well. And secondly, discipline on the base pass. If you've been tuned in through the first couple of games so far this season, we've talked about Coach Kribbe for the Fish Sticks and his controlled chaos. Well, so far that hasn't worked as well for the Fish Sticks. They've been caught stealing 4 times this season. They're 7 for 11, which is good for a 63% stolen base percentage. I got to talk to Kribbe a little bit before the game. He said he wants to get that up to 80%. Around 75% is where a team needs to be on the season for the general break-even point for runs that are being created, and Kribbe wants to bump that up to 80%. As for if he's going to stop running on the base pass, he said absolutely not. There's still going to be that chaos that you see, but that is something that they and the Fish Sticks will have to really dial in here as the season goes on. And then finally, just next game mentality. They've dropped their first 2 against the Blackfins already. They had that walk-off loss on Tuesday, and now they have a big environment. You know, that can get to their heads a little bit, so I would just say get back to the important and the important fundamentals of the game and just keep a level head throughout this contest.
Despite a few losses to the Blackfins, I think kind of the star in the lineup for the Fish Sticks in recent games has been Evan Hellner. He's not behind the plate today. He will be DHing in the 7th spot, but Hellner, a 3-run homer on Tuesday, drove in 4, and the New Mexico State Aggie has kind of just been the guy for the Fish Sticks when they need a hit.
Yeah, just finished off his senior year with Sumner, so he's not in college yet, and so far he's been the best hitter, a 500 average in 6 plate appearances so far. Had a towering 3-run shot on Tuesday against the Blackfins. He cleared that 370 mark in right center with ease, so we'll be looking to see that power once again. Also had a single and 4 RBIs in that game. Had a sac bunt in the opener against the A's that also, you know, accompanied with a hit. So we've seen a display of talent so far for Evan Hellner, and I'm excited to see what he does at the dish tonight.
Fish Sticks getting set to go as the players are introduced here at the Friar. The lineup for the Fish Sticks is being announced, and the Blackfins, I mean, we haven't mentioned it somehow, but the base paths were where the Blackfins really lived the other day.
Yeah, they wreaked havoc on the base paths, kind of what I was talking about with the controlled chaos that Coach Kribbe wants for the Fish Sticks. The Blackfins executed that to perfection on Tuesday. They had 7 stolen bases as a team, including multiple double steals as well. They just put runners in scoring position every inning, it seemed like. And that goes along with one of my keys to the game as well, is that the Fish Sticks really need to limit those walks. Free base paths are just going to mean more chaos on the bases for the Blackfins. So if the Fish Sticks can control the strike zone, they should be able to come out of here with a win.
About 12 minutes until first pitch. Fish Sticks looking for their first PIL win. Moments away on the Fish Sticks Network.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
They always say, think happy thoughts. It's easy when you're a Wendy's Cookie Dough Frosty Fusion. I'm an instant dopamine hit. Get it? Dope-amine? Like cookie dough. I said like cookie dough! Happiness is a Cookie Dough Frosty Fusion at Wendy's.
Oh, Audrey, look over there.
Where? Oh, a whole herd of reindeer beers.
Not herds, Audrey. Reindeers come in 6-packs.
Oh,
Wake up, Harley.
Harley, look at the reindeers. Oh, they're just so fresh and friendly.
Back at the Friar, just a few minutes until the Fish Sticks take the field for their 4th game of the season as we get our first look at the Fish Sticks lineup today. Leading off is going to be Rylan Gullard, the Sealy veteran for the Fish Sticks. He'll be out in center, and then Gavin George out in left field. Braden Bartholomew Fuego hitting third, and Luke Parker in the cleanup spot playing short. Then it's Riley Sonoy who will be out in right. Peyton Barsati behind the dish, and Evan Hellner will be the DH in the 7-hole. Then it's Beckett Turnbow playing third, and Alex Hamada at second hitting ninth. And then, of course, Eli Hurst on the mound. Who's one guy in this lineup that you really want to see a good game out of today, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm looking at Peyton Barsati, who's actually going to be behind the plate and hitting that 6-hole. Hasn't played the last couple of games, but we've talked about it, and in the season opener we talked about it, how much power he has. He's 0 for 6 on the season so far after not playing at St. Mary's, but there's so much talent there for Peyton Barsati, and I hope he shows it behind the dish as well when he's playing catcher in the field. But I'm excited to see that maybe there's a little pop there. Again, the teams are getting used to the wood bat league, so both these teams use metal bats during the season, now using wood. And I'm wondering if maybe they're getting used to that a little bit, and hopefully the batting average for the Fish Sticks will go up as they get used to it as well. But I want to see a big game out of Barsati.
Well, the Fish Sticks adversary is the Seattle Blackfins. Again, 4-1 on the season. Kind of an anomaly in this league. They only play PIL opponents, so no West Coast League and no non-league games for the Blackfins. Their home ballpark is up at Meridian Park in Shoreline, really just on the other side of downtown Seattle. And like we've said, the Blackfins came out on top in the first two meetings this season. As we get a look at the upcoming schedule for the weekend and going into next week, Friday and Saturday, the 12th and 13th of June. The Fish Sticks take on the Utah Yaks, an out-of-town team. Saturday will be Seattle Soccer Night, and there will be specialty jerseys as eye candy for the Fish Sticks. And then on the 18th, next Thursday, against the Seattle Studs, it's another $3 Thursday here at the Friar. 6:35 first pitch tomorrow, 6:05 first pitch Saturday, and back to 6:35 next Thursday. We'd love to see you out here at the Friar, but the broadcast is always a good option.
Yeah, another thing to go back to the lineups, since this is a PIL game, there will be no extra hitter for both teams, so there won't be 10 batters. But maybe the saddest part of that, there won't be a fan batter today. We will see fan batters tomorrow and Saturday for the Fish Sticks, but unfortunately none tonight.
It makes sense. I mean, you can't expect a league game to have 10 hitters and a fan batter to lead off the game. You know, as fun as it would be, and I'm sure, you know, some fans would really enjoy it. No, it's the right call.
And you know what? Owen Murray, who was our fan batter on Saturday, he saw 4 pitches. He didn't strike out in 3 pitches. That's a great performance in my book, but I am really excited to see what the fan batters bring this season, and hopefully we can actually see a hit from that, because that might be the most electric thing that we see this summer.
Still 0 hits all time for fan batters at the Friar. I mean, if I was the fans, I'd want as many chances as possible. So, you know, who cares if it's a league game? It could be the championship.
Although the fans,
the
fans will still be involved. There will be a fan that is racing Crispy, and that will be at the end of one of the innings. We will find that out. Oh, at the end of the 4th inning. So the fans are still getting involved. I heard Crispy has wheels, so we'll see about that.
Yeah, definitely a change from Saturday.
There Crispy.
Crispy had a tough outing on Saturday. Let's be honest. He kind of got gassed. So he's looking to redeem himself today.
No head start this time.
Yeah, we're helping him out a little bit. The Fish Sticks raring to go. And this crowd has really filled in nicely on such a beautiful day.
Again, another sellout. The beer garden's packed. The stands will become more packed as time goes on. Just, as you said, a beautiful day for baseball. And really a high-profile matchup, too. The Blackfins have a lot of skill. They've beaten the Fish Sticks twice. You got to think the Fish Sticks are extra motivated, especially after getting walked off on Tuesday.
Crispy's ready to go. The coaches meeting at home. Our umpiring crew for today, Tim Stever, is behind the plate. Then it'll be Chris Claflin at first and Gavin Anderson over at the hot corner at third base. Coaches meeting wraps up, and we are almost underway at Mel Olson Stadium in White Center. Wind is blowing a little bit left to right, not going to be too much of a factor. And on such a clear sky day here in West Seattle, you can't expect the weather to be much of an issue.
Yeah, very cloudy last week, and then as it transitioned from the cloudy and 60s to the sunny and 70s and 80s that we've had this week, the wind was a factor a couple of days ago. Kind of felt it on Tuesday up at Edmonds Park, just north of Seattle. But today, an absolute non-factor.
Fish Sticks ready to take the field, and we will get our second look of the season at Vandy commit and Seattle product Eli Hurst. 3 innings of 1 hit, no earned run baseball in his first outing, struck out 3. And he was really as advertised in that first game, in my opinion, and he'll be looking to replicate that in his first league appearance of the year.
Yeah, as the lineups are being introduced, we're just a couple moments away from the national anthem. Again, Hurst said he was thinking he would bring a little bit more off-speed tonight. Obviously, the team has seen the Blackfins twice already, so they've gotten a little bit of a scout. But he still expects that commanding fastball to be a feature part of his arsenal. He has that changeup. He also has a nice-looking slider, almost sweeper, that he used a couple of times in the first inning in the opener. But I'm expecting to see that a lot more. That's a pitch he's been working on a lot in practice as well.
Luke Parker is another guy that I think is a guy to watch today. 1 for 4 on the season. He's worked a couple walks, and obviously he showed it at the plate at Colorado School of Mines, and he showed it at the plate in the first few practices of the season. The ball can fly off of Luke Parker's back, and I don't think we've really seen that from him yet this year.
No, the only time we did see it was in the opener when he belted a home run that was going to get way out of here, but it was foul down the left field line. Had a lot of power at Colorado School of Mines. Again, towards the latter part of the season in the 6 games to end the year, he had 2 homers and hit 10 for 23. So we know what he has there. He's also been on the mound, a really big utility guy, and a guy you'll see in the lineup a lot this season.
Eli Hurst takes his ride on the bullpen boat, driven by Micah Hagler, our very own in-arena host. And we are set to go for the national anthem sung by Tiara Ford. Tiara Ford gets us underway in White Center, and it's the second home game of the season for the DubSea Fish Sticks and the second start for Eli Hurst. Fish Sticks looking for their second win of the year, won their first home game of the season 6-5 over the Washington A's on Saturday. Patrick Klinkenberg will lead things off for the Blackfins. He is followed by Mario Martinez, who was the hero on Tuesday, who's in left field. Then it's Camden Raymond over at first base. River Smith, Livingston, Montana native. Shout out Montana. He'll be in the cleanup spot at the designated hitter. And then it's Andrew Fetty in the 5-hole. Michael Singleton hitting 6 and at third base. Hayden Pietras behind the ditch for the Blackfins, and it's Reese Logsden hitting 8th, and Bo Major hitting 9th. The starting pitcher for the Seattle Blackfins will be Jake Andrew, a sophomore out of Northwest Nazarene. Didn't play down in southern Idaho in 2026, but is ready for his second start of the year with the Blackfins as we get a look at Eli Hurst. Again, 3 shutout innings in his first 3 innings of work at the Friar.
Yeah, Klinkenberg is going to be a tough out. He actually came in for J.J. Abner last game on Tuesday. Abner took a pitch to the head. We hope he's all right. But 1 for 3 in an RBI in Sunday's win. The first meeting between these two teams started that 8th inning rally with a double. Again, the Blackfins up 5-3 on Sunday going into the bottom of the 8th, then poured in 5 runs to put the game away, and Klinkenberg was the catalyst and the spark for that.
We obviously mentioned Camden Raymond already, but Mario Martinez, I mean, he had a cold day at the plate outside of a walk-off ground out in the 10th, but, you know, he's hitting second. He was hitting 5th on Tuesday. Obviously, there's a lot of trust in this guy out of the Blackfins coaching staff.
Yeah, and it was a really big spot for him because they actually intentionally walked both of the hitters before Martinez, and he came up in a big spot and delivered. That's all he needed was a ground out. Obviously, Hawthorne Moody, who was the pitcher at the time, wanted a grounder and forced the grounder, but it was just hit to a really unfortunate spot, and the infield could not turn 2, and that's how they got the 7-6 victory. So the Fish Sticks looking to avenge that tonight.
Play ball rings through the speakers at Mel Olson Stadium, and we are ready to rock for the first pitch between the Fish Sticks and the Blackfins. Like we said, Patrick Klinkenberg getting things started. Infielder at Shoreline Community College, just up north at 280 with a 9.58 OPS and only 32 plate appearances last spring.
Yeah, a lot of Northwest Athletic Conference representation for both the Blackfins and the Fish Sticks, and this is one of them here at the top of the lineup.
Hurst has the sign, and the first pitch grounded over to Parker. Might be a tough play, and he mishandles the exchange. First pitch, first base runner for the Blackfins. Klinkenberg is on via error.
Well, there's your first look at the speed that this Blackfins lineup has up and down. Klinkenberg took that first pitch, the first fastball he saw. He expected it. He turned on it, rolled over, and then his speed forced Parker to get a little bit antsy and try to rush that play, and he's on at first.
So now here's Mario Martinez, a familiar face to the Fish Sticks. Walked off things on Tuesday with a hard hit grounder to the left side of the infield. Klinkenberg, the leadoff with all kinds of speed over at first. Might see a pickoff from Hurst at some point. First pitch to Martinez, goes off speed and misses low, ball 1. Hurst worked with a 1.14 ERA in his career during high school. That went down to a 1.01 in 2026. As he picks off over to first, Klinkenberg back safely.
Yeah, the Fish Sticks actually had two pickoffs in their first outing of the season on Saturday. I would not expect the same against this disciplined Blackfins team on the base paths.
1-0 misses outside, ball 2. Hurst, you got to think maybe 3 innings is the roof for his work again.
Fish Sticks have a lot of arms in the bullpen, a lot of talent as well.
First 2-0, looped into shallow left field. Parker can't get it. Klinkenberg, smart base running, he's at second. And it's station to station for the Seattle Blackfins so far.
Yeah, again, another hit on the fastball. Another source of weak contact, really, on that fastball for Eli Hurst. So I wouldn't be too bothered if I was him. Just caught the inside of the bat, right in between Parker and George there. Just pretty unfortunate spot for Eli Hurst. Now 2 on with nobody out for the most dangerous hitter in the lineup.
A sticky situation early for the Fish Sticks as Camden Raymond now steps in. Raymond, a sophomore at Edmonds College, as he swings and misses at the first pitch. Again, 6'2", 260, a formidable force out there, easy to notice. Hit 182, but a 744 OPS in the 2026 season.
Yeah, Blackfin's not scared to go after Hurst on the first pitch. They've showed that already.
0-1 to Raymond. Misses down low, ball 1. Hurst doesn't have the outs yet, but he's keeping the pitch count low.
Yeah, Hurst said specifically against Raymond, this is a guy he's been scouting. He's going to throw that changeup a little bit more, trying to keep him off balance. There was our first changeup right there. That was a little low.
1-1 is a fastball that misses high and wide. Ball 2. Hurst looks like he's collecting himself. Hurst a strikeout guy. Probably wasn't really expecting the Blackfins to kind of jump on his stuff, but they've done just that. That's turned into 2 base runners with nobody down. Hurst checks Klinkenberg over at second, then goes home with a 2-1 and it misses low for ball 3. A ball away from loading him up with nobody out.
Yeah, I think if I'm Raymond here at the plate, I'm expecting a fastball that's going to challenge him in the zone. The last thing Hurst wants to do is load this thing with nobody out.
3-1 to Camden Raymond. Swung on and missed. Just blows a fastball by him up high. Count fills up.
Well, there was that fastball he was expecting. He took a killer hack at that. He was thinking for the fences there. But a nice bounce back, a great fastball from Hurst.
This will be a big out early in the first inning to try and limit the damage with runners on second and first and nobody out. The 3-2 from Hurst to Raymond. Misses inside and the bases are juiced with nobody out.
Yeah, that's that plate discipline I was talking about with Raymond. Just a really good eye, a very intimidating hitter, a lot of power. And that time he won the battle against Hurst. And that's our first walk of the game for this pitching staff that's looking to limit those as we head on more and more into the summer. Again, 20 walks through 3 games for this staff. That number's got to be brought down.
First pitch to River Smith is a swinging strike. River Smith, graduate student this coming year at Montana State University Billings. Again, from Livingston, Montana. We take what we can get out in the Treasure State. It's good to see some Montana representation in the PIL. 0-1 to Smith, another swinging strike. Hurst way ahead, 0-2.
Yeah, I would expect Hurst to keep going back to his fastball. So far, there's been 2 weak contacts on it and a lot of swings and misses so far.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Eli Hurst. And an early jam. He's gotten ahead 0-2 to River Smith. 0-2 misses out. Barsotti seems to take responsibility maybe for a rough spot. And Klinkenberg will probably score on most fly balls to the outfield. He can fly over at third. First comes set. The 1-2 to River Smith. Line down the first base line, but foul. He hit that very hard.
Nice comeback pitch from Hurst. Really the first good contact on that fastball. This is a very important out. With 1 out and the bases loaded, it forces into double play contention now. So this is a big batter to get out with no ball in play.
1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. It catches the top part of the zone, and River Smith is retired. Nobody scores with the bases loaded and nobody out. Blackfins with 2 more chances.
Again, huge out, and especially with Raymond at first, who is not the speediest guy on the team. We take another look at that fastball, just paints the corner. Better spot by Barsotti there. And the first strikeout for Eli Hurst. So now double play ball will get Hurst out of this jam.
Andrew Fetty going into his sophomore year at Concordia University down in Nebraska will step in. Bases loaded, 1 down. Blackfins looking to take an early lead as the first pitch misses outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Fetty had an RBI single in the first inning to get the scoring started for the Blackfins on Tuesday. Kind of just slapped a ball out to left field. Also had an RBI in Sunday's win as well.
Another righty on lefty matchup favoring the Blackfins. We've seen a few of those already. 1-0, fastball in there, strike one, and you can tell Hurst, even in a jam, still leaning on that fastball.
Yeah, Barsati's going to come out to talk to him, but as you said, I think he will lean on that fastball. He's gone to the changeup a couple of times against lefties. Both the times have been out and away.
Blackfins reached via an error, a bloop single into left field that just reached over Luke Parker, and then a walk to Camden Raymond. But a strikeout to River Smith puts Hurst in a position to get out of this with one ground ball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Still 0-0, but the Blackfins threatening with 1 away in the top of the first. One ball, 1 strike. Hurst zings another fastball in there. That's strike 2. Seems like he shouldn't go away from that right now.
Yeah, Hurst is feeling confident right now with that fastball. Again, weak contact on the first 2 batters off of it. The Blackfins sure knew what they were dealing with, but still have not been able to hit that fastball. Now he's shaking off a couple of pitches.
Might be looking for the old number 1 from his catcher, Peyton Barsati.
Just struck out Smith on that fastball.
1-2, fastball swung on and missed. 2 straight strikeouts for Eli Hurst, and he's starting to work his way out of a pickle here.
Yeah, that's a huge sigh of relief. 2 straight strikeouts with the bases loaded and nobody out. And what a way to come back. Just the mental fortitude you have to come back after loading the bases, and especially after a walk to Camden Raymond. And now the defense gets to breathe a little easier too with 2 outs.
Michael Singleton will step in with the bases loaded and 2 down. Blackfins looking to come out of the first inning with something on the board. First checks the runner Martinez at second, then goes home, misses high with the fastball. Appeal is unsuccessful from Barsati.
You got to be thinking, if you're the Blackfins, bases loaded with nobody out, you got to get at least 1 run here. Now they're in danger of leaving a donut here on the board in the top of the first.
Hurst comes set. Deep breath, then the 1-0 is a fastball into right field, tailing foul. A bit of playable land out there, but Riley Sonoy can't get to it. It'll go down as a foul ball.
Yeah, elevated pitch count, 20 pitches here in the first inning for Hurst. But again, expecting just a 3-inning leash, so he can really attack Singleton here, who's had success in the last game against the Fish Sticks.
1 ball, 1 strike. Hurst goes slider and misses way out. Hurst and Singleton, a couple of the only guys you'll find in the PIL playing college ball in the Southeast. Hurst, of course, going to Vanderbilt, and Michael Singleton, going to be a senior at Spring Hill College down in Alabama. A rarity in the PIL. Two guys playing in Tennessee and Alabama, respectively. Hurst's 2-1 offering. Gets by Barsati. Klinkenberg breaks for a home. The throw is not in time. Blackfins on the base paths once again. It's 1-0 Seattle. Barsati totally had that, and it just sneaks by him. And there's the speed on display from Patrick Klinkenberg. It's the same old story for the Fish Sticks so far.
Yeah, there's that one important run. Again, Barsati and Hellner, a couple of mistakes behind the dish in the fields so far this season.
Now the 3-1 is a strike. Singleton didn't like the call, but the count is full regardless. Base open, so you can afford a walk, but just not how you want to see a run score there if you're the Fish Sticks. Hurst comes set, looking to limit the damage. The payoff. Fastball is in there for strike 3. So Hurst strikes out 3 after loading him up with nobody out, but the Blackfins are able to plate 1. Seattle with a 1-0 lead going into the bottom of the first.
For over 15 years, As You Wish Electric has offered the comprehensive electrical solutions Seattle families trust. We are proud to announce that we can now also serve your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. As we grow, we are committed to delivering the same knowledgeable and friendly experience that earned our spot as the region's top-rated electrical company. Contact As You Wish Electric, Plumbing, Heating, and Air today to learn more.
Once upon a home, in a Seattle bungalow, the Huffs searched on Thumbtack to find their next pro. Now the job is all done, and the table is set. The hot dogs taste better on their fancy new deck. Start your home story on Thumbtack.
Blackfins on the board first via a passed ball. It's 1-0. The visiting Blackfins over the DubSea Fish Sticks. The boys from West Seattle still awaiting their first chance at the plate. Angus Trengmo and Kyle Sweeney. And Jake Andrew is on the mound for the Blackfins. Sophomore, also listed as an infielder, plays down at Northwest Nazarene University in Idaho.
Yeah, didn't see any time last year, but a two-time All-State guy for Anacortes High School, just about an hour north here of Seattle, the 2025 Northwest Conference Pitcher of the Year. Had 3 scoreless innings against the Honkers in relief in his first appearance of the season. So a really talented pitcher that this Fish Sticks lineup will have to face.
Rylan Gullard will get things going for the home side tonight. Gullard has kind of been moved around the top of the order, and he's in the leadoff spot today. So far, Gullard 3 for 13 with a couple runs batted in. Led Linfield in batting average with 329 this past season. First pitch in there for strike 1.
Yeah, Gullard, one of the 2 guys on the team that's seen every inning of every game so far. Again, played for the Fish Sticks last year. Played well for them, and he's back again, much to the pleasure of DubSea.
Gullard is ready to run when he gets on base. 17 for 21 on stolen base attempts. He just zings one out into right field. Not great contact, but a single nonetheless. And the Fish Sticks have their first runner aboard.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting from Gullard. Just 1 hit so far in both of the games this season in the PIL, but a lot of talent and a lot of speed. And it's nice to have that leadoff guy have a lot of speed here in the bottom of the first.
Now it's Gavin George from the University of Puget Sound, lifting one over the left center fence in the first home game here. And he puts a good charge into the first pitch. It should be a routine fly ball for Fetty. Camps under it for the first out.
Yeah, both teams attacking the first pitch against Andrew and Hurst. I don't hate it. That time just unfortunate to go right at Fetty in right field.
Braden Bartholomew next up in the lineup. Bartholomew brought in a run with a single in the 8th to tie it up. He goes after the first pitch, might be a double play ball. Mishandled over at short, and the throw pulls Raymond off the bag. Bartholomew on via error. And the Fish Sticks have a runner in scoring position with 1 down.
Yeah, again, just going right after the first pitch. This ball was blasted at Klinkenberg, who just mishandled the 1 hop, maybe thinking baseball or base before the baseball. And that time, Bartholomew was able to beat it out. So 2 guys with speed on the base pass with 1 out for Luke Parker.
Parker from the Colorado School of Mines. He goes after the first pitch as well. It is lofted into center field. Bo Major is under it. He'll make the catch. Gullard breaks for third, and he will slide in head first. Runners on the corners with 2 down as the fly ball advances Gullard.
Yeah, nicely done by Gullard there. 3 straight batters going after the first pitch. So it's clear what the approach is so far for the Fish Sticks. And if you're Andrew on the mound, you might have to adjust to that a little bit.
So now runners on the corners and 2 down for Riley Sonoy. Sonoy still looking for his first hit this season. He's 0 for 5 on the year. Outfielder at Pierce College, just south of here. We're listed as a utility man for the Fish Sticks. He does not go after the first pitch, a rarity so far today, and it's outside for ball 1.
Yeah, that controlled chaos on the base pass we talked about. I expect Bartholomew to be going here on a 1st and 3rd situation.
1-0 from Andrew. Fastball that finds the zone for strike 1. Like I said, Bartholomew can run on first. No sac fly situation in order. And all the Blackfins need is a force at 2nd or 1st. Sonoy lays off. Good take from number 6 for ball 2.
Yeah, Sonoya's got a lot of talent. Hit .409 his senior year at Puyallup. He was one of the best players in the state. Struggled last year at Pierce. But the talent is there.
Waves and misses at a fastball that he could have done some serious damage with. Instead, it's strike two. This is the deepest count we've seen for the Fish Sticks hitter so far today. Big spot early in the bottom of the first as the Fish Sticks trying to tie this one up early. 2-2 to Sonoy, misses down low. Bartholome breaks for second. The throw is going to be late, and Fuego has a stolen base in the first.
Yeah, Petras behind the plate didn't really see that Bartholome had taken off until a little bit too late. Nice jump from Bartholome. Now 2 runners in scoring position for the Fish Sticks, who have hit just 192 with runners in scoring position this season.
Payoff misses inside, and the bases will be loaded for Peyton Barsati in the bottom of the first. We said it pre-game. Barsati seems like he's just going to blast off at some point, and this would be a big spot to do it.
Yeah, hit 370 at Clovis High School in California, 1050 OPS, had 3 homers as well.
Also still looking for his first hit on the campaign. 0 for 6 on the season, but has worked a couple walks. A walk would bring in a run here. Bases loaded as Barsati watches ball 1 outside.
Yeah, good take from Barsati. That was off the zone, but I would have taken that first pitch after that walk of Sonoy.
Eerily similar situations in the top and bottom halves of the first inning. Both teams load the bases with 2 down. Barsati watches strike 1 go by. Blackfins scored on a pass ball that got by the catcher Barsati, who's now at the plate looking to redeem himself. 1-1, just misses outside. Blackfins like the spot.
Yeah, that was a great layoff there from Barsati. Was a little off balance, saw the off speed late, and just let it go for ball 2.
2-1 on the way. Barsati watches strike 2. That just catches the low part, and the count is even.
Yeah, Barsati sitting at 6'3", 245. Right now, Andrew is living at the knees in the strike zone.
Big pitch here. The 2-2 from Andrew to Barsati is swung on and missed. Jake Andrew keeps the Fish Sticks at bay in the bottom of the first, and the Blackfins with a 1-0 advantage through 1 at the Friar. We will stay here with you as the t-shirt toss commences. So really similar innings for both sides, but that pass ball proves to be the difference. Blackfins with 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I briefly mentioned it, but so far this season, the Fish Sticks hitting just 192 with runners in scoring position. And that's really an area that they need to focus on. They're going to get runners on base. There's so much talent in this lineup, and in those situations, you have to be able to drive them home in order to defend your 2025 PIL Championship from last season. Unable to do so there in the first inning.
Eli Hurst back on the bump for the second. Didn't really do anything too wrong. Not a real mistake in his work in the first, but gives up the run nonetheless. Something I don't think we expected to see in the first inning out of Eli Hurst.
Yeah, unfortunate passed ball situation. We took out a look at the t-shirt toss here down the right field line.
Something I can't say I've ever seen in a ballpark. Players just running around the concourse with t-shirts. Definitely a unique touch to the game here.
Look at Crispy.
He does have a little more pep in his step today.
He definitely does.
I think he's motivated by the embarrassment that was the Crispy race on Saturday.
No, he's got his eyes at the end of the fourth inning for sure for that Fan Crispy race, and I'm pretty amped up for that.
Hurst is ready to go for the second. It's going to be Hayden Pietras leading off. Going to be a junior at Lassen College down in California. Did not play in the Blackfins win on Tuesday. Hit .264 in 2026 and drove in 18 runs. For the Volcanics down in Lassen.
Look at that.
Hurst is in there for strike 1, and what do you know, it's the fastball.
Yeah, Petras, we did not see him on Tuesday, but was 1 for 5 in Sunday's victory for the Blackfins.
Slider is in there for strike 2. First real effective off-speed pitch we've seen from Eli Hurst today.
Yeah, and this is exactly what the Fish Sticks pitchers have to do, especially when Hurst exits the game. They have to get ahead in counts. That is not what they did on Tuesday, and it proved to be costly.
Fastball misses out for ball 1. Don't think Hurst was too frustrated with where that pitch ended up, though. Vandy commit starting to find a groove on the bump. The 1-2 to Hayden Pietras is on the way, and it's good for strike 3. It's a chase outside on the slider, and it's the 4th strikeout of the game already for Eli Hurst.
Yeah, 4 batters have gotten out, and they've all been via the strikeout. That was a nice changeup there from Hurst, going away from the fastball, which was the pitch he used for the first 3 strikeouts, and he just caught off balance there. Yeah, nice pitch, low in the zone.
Reese Logston now steps in for the Blackfins and watches ball 1 go by. Logston, going to be a sophomore at Jamestown University up in North Dakota. Limited playing time in 2026. Not many stats to speak for. 1-0, misses out, ball 2.
It hasn't gone in a ton of time. And now the 3rd game against the Fish Sticks this season was 0 for 2 on Sunday, and then pinch ran in the 9th on Tuesday.
First 2-0. Fastball runs in on the hands, and it's ball 3. Logston way ahead. Bo Major is on deck for the Blackfins. We saw him lay down a clinical bunt in the 10th. Set up the Blackfins for the walk-off on Tuesday. As the 3-0 misses out, and Reese Logston is on via walk, the 2nd walk of the day from Eli Hurst.
Yeah, not a very confident pitch on that 3-0 from Hurst, just the fastball that he let go of. And yeah, Kirby's going to come out and talk to him a little bit.
Obviously, we talked about first pitch strikes being so huge in this game, and at the beginning of the game, the Blackfins were really going after Hurst, whether it was a strike, ball, or otherwise. But I don't think we've seen the type of control we've come to expect out of Eli Hurst.
No, and it's exactly what we talked about in the opening again. Over 6 walks per game so far allowed by this pitching staff. 9 on Tuesday that just allowed base runner after base runner for the Blackfins and allowed them to get back in the game after the Fish Sticks took the 5-1 lead. You got to think that's what Kribbe's talking about right now with Hurst. He has great stuff. There's a reason he is committed to Vanderbilt. Now make the hitters pay and just punch the strike zone.
Major in the box. Becca Turnbow over at 3rd comes in. Fish Sticks clearly ready for the bunt situation here as Hurst zips a fastball in for strike 1. That fastball can get up to 93, something you don't see a lot of in the Pacific International League. Pick off over to first. Not nearly in time as we get a look at Braden Bartholomew over covering the bag. Third game and 3rd different number we've seen out of Braden Bartholomew on the broadcast. Started with 29 and we're 43 on the road, and he's in 33 today. 0-1 Major is down and out, ball 1.
Yeah, we mentioned it, but 7 stolen bases for the Blackfins on Tuesday. We'd expect runners flying pretty much every pitch for both teams.
Interesting swing from Major. Almost felt like the hit and run was on there. As Logston broke for second, and Major just did anything he could to get wood on the ball there. It's a foul ball and strike 2.
Yeah, if Major laid off that, I think Logston would have been in pretty easily at second. Got a great jump, but the hit and run was on.
So now Hurst ahead 1-2, looking for his 5th strikeout in as many outs today. Logston looking ready to go on first. He'll stay at first. And it's in there for called strike 3. 5 Ks for Eli Hurst in the early stages of this one.
Yeah, just really taking control. That was a great bounce back after Kribbe came out and talked to Hurst there after that 4-pitch walk. Now with 2 outs, look for him to just continue to punch the strike zone because the Blackfins now back to the top of the order have not been able to hit him very well.
Klinkenberg reached on an error and scored on a passed ball in the first. He is responsible for the 1 run on the board for either side right now. First checks on Logsdon once again. First in the stretch. And the fastball. Klinkenberg just no chance of catching up to that. Strike 1.
Yeah, Klinkenberg swung at the first pitch he saw and induced a weak grounder that Luke Parker could not handle. He was the first base runner.
0-1 Klinkenberg. Into right center, might be a tough play. Gullard can't make the catch. Logsdon might be gunning for home. The throw from Sonoy will keep him at third, and runners on third and second. Klinkenberg continues to create chaos for the Fish Sticks.
Yeah, just another fly ball that found a really unfortunate part of the outfield for the Fish Sticks. Once again, weak contact on that fastball from Klinkenberg. Take another look. Guller's got a lot of speed. He was charging in at 100%. That would have been an incredible play. But good heads-up base running by Klinkenberg to get to second base.
So now Logsdon on third and Klinkenberg on second. Blackfins. Seems like a replay of Tuesday. Just constant pressure on the base paths as Mario Martinez steps in. First pitch. Thought about going. Held back for ball 1.
Again, another big position for Hurst here. Got out of the second and third with 2 outs. Jam back in the first. A pass ball was the only way that the Blackfins scored, so another high leverage situation.
1-0 fouled back into the parking lot here at Steve Cox Memorial Park. Count is even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Martinez got on in his first at bat. Just dropped a single right where no one could reach it in left field.
I'm expecting Hurst to go fastball here to finish out this count. Again, weak contact on that fastball first time up for Martinez. No one's been able to hit it so far. So just go back to it.
Another appeal and another unsuccessful one at that. It's ball 2. That one wasn't even close. Martinez definitely did not offer at it. Hurst steps off. Looks to collect himself as the Blackfins could do some more damage in the second inning and extend an early lead.
Yeah, already up to 41 pitches. Oh,
now Rylan Gullard is walking to the dugout. I think he might be talking to Coach Cribbery, saying he took quite a hit on the ground after laying out for that ball in center, and now he might be coming out of this game.
Yeah, I can't tell what he's talking about. He looks to be all right. He honestly might be talking about something that he can't see.
Yeah, I can't see. I'm no John Boy, but I think that's what I saw Rylan Gullard say just then.
Well, they're going to replace him.
So Noah Benedict is going to head out to center, which means the day is done for Rylan Gullard. Or excuse me, Noah Benedict's going, a lot of shifting going on in the outfield right now. So Noah Benedict will head out to right field for the Fish Sticks. And then Sonoy switching corners. He's in left field now, and Gavin George will man the middle in center field. Definitely an interesting situation with Rylan Gullard. It seemed like he said, I can't see.
Yeah.
We saw the same thing. But whatever it was enough for Coach Kirby to pull the plug on Rylan Gullard's day. Back to the mound. 2 balls and 1 strike from Eli Hurst to Mario Martinez. Runners on third and second and 2 down as Hurst gets a chase up high from Martinez for strike 2.
Yeah, stick with the fastball here on the 2-2 count. Again, Martinez has not connected with it.
Hurst has 5 strikeouts and 5 outs so far today. Can he make it 6 for 6? The 2-2. He sure can. Martinez chases the slider outside, and Eli Hurst with 6 strikeouts. He keeps the Blackfins on a donut in the top of the second. Fish Sticks looking to tie it up in the bottom half on the Fish Sticks Network.
You ever wonder how Crispy gets to the fryer for games? He uses King County Metro's Rapid Ride H-Line. King County Metro, the official commute of your DubSea Fish Sticks.
Once upon a home in the Issaquah Highlands, the Parkers used Thumbtack for a new kitchen island. Now the pizza is cooking and the kids are excited. Thank goodness for Thumbtack and all it provided. Start your home story on Thumbtack.
Blackfins leading the Fish Sticks 1-0 going into the bottom of the second. Angus Trengmo and Kyle Sweeney coming to you from the Fire on the first $3 Thursday of the season. If we can take a look at the beer garden, I mean, whew, wow.
It is packed.
That's a horde.
That is, yeah, that's the place to be right now. Yeah, just right past the Blackfins dugout there on the left field line. $3 beers, $3 hot dogs, $3 pretty much anything you can name here on Thursdays.
First pitch to Evan Hellner. Andrew turns to the changeup, and it's in there for strike one. Hellner had a big day on Tuesday, clocked a 3-run homer to left center. Ended up driving in 4 in that game.
Yeah, and that was a big-time home run, too. The center field, the deepest part of center field here at the Friar is 355. He blasted about 20 feet over the 370 sign at Edmonds Field.
1-1, fouled down the third base line and almost into the aforementioned beer garden. It's 1-2. There's a good look at it. Whoa.
Yeah. They're just completely blocking off all the white tables that are out there as well. That's the spot to be.
Whoever set up those white tables did a great job.
Yeah, I wonder who did that.
I wonder who that was. They're very organized people, I'm sure.
Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Andrew going Hellner, and it's outside. Count is full.
Hey, you got to think maybe living outside corner here on Hellner after what he did on Tuesday against this team.
Payoff misses in, and Evan Hellner with a leadoff walk. Trying to get the Fish Sticks back to a tie game in the second, maybe even take the lead with a few runners as Becca Turnbow is up next. Turnbow 0 for 5 on the season, was a star in the Seattle area in his senior year of high school in 2026. Hit .383 with a 1.251 OPS at Tahoma High School. He was top 10 in 4A in homers, slugging percentage, runs batted in, and stolen bases. So really a jack of all trades at Tahoma this year. First pitch just misses ball 1.
Yeah, if I'm Turnbow, I gotta make Andrew put something in the strike zone right now.
Turnbow shows bunt, then pulls back quickly. Hellner moving around a lot over at first. Hayden Pietrus jumped up quickly. The exchange was not clean, but Hellner doesn't take advantage, stays at first. Count is now 2 balls and no strikes. Turnbow swing sign on in full. He goes after the 2-0. First strike we've seen from Jake Andrew in a minute. And it's fouled back into the netting for strike 1. Now we'll have a talk with Coach Kribbe. I think he may have disobeyed his third base coach there.
Yeah, 2-0 swinging there after 4 straight balls from Andrew.
Count is 2-1. It's Turnbow. Looks to lace his first hit of the year. Nice slider from Andrew is located for a strike. Might not have the velo, but Jake Andrew with the location on that off speed. Count has even out. It's 2-2. Turnbow watches a fastball. Might have gotten a gift there. I think that caught the outside part of the zone, but it is ball 3.
Yeah, a lot of balls from Andrew on this at-bat have whizzed right past that outside corner. Some well-placed pitches. Now in a 3-2 count.
Called strike 3. Turnbow thought it was ball 4. Would have been the second straight walk on a full count by Jake Andrew, but instead Turnbow heads to the dugout, and there's one away in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, if you're Turnbow there, you can't let another one of those close calls happen on 3-2. If it's even close to the corner there, you gotta be thinking, hey, you're gonna swing the bat. So a great location there from Andrew. Now one down.
Alex Hamada will dig in. Lefty started 31 games as a freshman at second base in Chaminade down in Honolulu, Hawaii. First pitch, swung on a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, very disciplined hitter. Doesn't have a ton of power, but great contact hitter and finds those areas in the outfield. Also a great fielder at second base as well.
Hellner extending his lead over at first. Andrew paying no mind. The 0-1. Hellner thought about it. Stays at first and pitches in there for strike 2.
Yeah, Hellner, no stolen base attempts this season.
Still getting a pretty substantial secondary lead over at first. Andrew up 0-2 on Hamada. Third pitch, Hamada drives it into foul territory down the first base line. He saw that pitch very well. But it tails foul. Andrew got out of a bases loaded jam with no damage done in the first. Looking to work a little more efficiently here. The second 0-2, Hamada fouls it off again. And we will restart at 0-2.
Yeah, a couple pretty hard hit balls that have gone foul. Hamada just a little bit in front. Again, the top of the order on deck.
0-2, Hamada watches it, and it just misses for ball 1. Almost the same pitch that Turnbow saw for ball 3.
Yeah, Andrew just daring the umpires to call a strike on that corner. Another well-placed pitch on an 0-2 count.
The 1-2 to Hamada. He will foul it off into a sea of people over in the beer garden. And that's going to be one of the softer hit balls you're going to see to that direction today. If you're scared of that, you might just want to get out of the beer garden because they get worse than that for sure.
Nice souvenir for the fan there in the brown shirt. I'm not sure he was aware that the ball was coming.
Hamada has worked 3 foul balls. The second 1-2, and he waves and misses at a slider outside. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts this inning for Jake Andrew.
Yeah, really impressed by Andrew after that walk to Hellner. Great pitch locations, 2 straight strikeouts. He's been daring the hitters to swing the bat on those corners, which has led them to some awkward swings.
So Gullard left the game in the top of the second, which opens the door for Noah Benedict. He will hit in the leadoff spot for the time being. First pitch to Benedict, swung on and missed. Ooh, an interesting one there. I don't think I've ever seen that. Pietras tries to throw down to first over to Hellner, and it hits Benedict's bat on the follow-through, so maybe a break for the Fish Sticks. I don't think he could do that again if he tried.
Yeah, that was... I've seen some interesting things so far at the Friar, stuff like that. Maybe a little fortunate for Hellner there.
0-1. Andrew once again turning to that off-speed, and it just finds its way into the zone. Strike 2.
As first time Benedict will be seeing Andrew after coming in for Gullard.
Andrew ahead 0-2 once again. Misses out for ball 1. Benedict had a nice game on Tuesday against the Blackfins. Had a walk and a base hit. Scored the tying run in the top of the 8th. 1-2, and it's fouled back by Benedict.
Andrew loves to work quick with these at-bats, gives the batters no time to breathe. Big pitch here on 2-2.
Benedict watches it go. Hellner breaks for second. The throw is perfect, and Hellner is gunned down at second. Jake Andrew is out of it, and Noah Benedict will have to come back up in the bottom of the third. Hellner's first stolen base attempt of the season doesn't go as planned. Perfectly placed throw from Hayden Pietras. And the Blackfins hold a 1-0 lead after 2 innings in Mel Olson Stadium as we prepare for Eli Hurst, what is supposed to be Eli Hurst's final inning. 6 strikeouts, but also gives up a run in those 2 innings.
Yeah, but before Hurst can come on, we've got the kids' uniform race from right field to left field, which was originally scheduled, but we actually have the tug-of-war going on right now. I believe the left side won on Saturday.
I think the left side is going to win again. Just
I got the right side.
Okay.
Give me the right side tonight.
It's underway.
Oh dear, a little bit of an advantage for the right side. Left side has a girl with a broken arm.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
It's got one arm there on it. Look at that. That's grit.
That's absolutely, that's just all heart. And
wow,
even
stalemate.
with 9 arms. Oh, Micah.
Look at that.
She's got a cast, Micah. That's got to be the left. It's too close. I'm not sure I like that ruling from Micah.
What a battle there, though.
Yeah, a great battle. Maybe they took the cast into account when deciding the teams, because that was about as even as it gets on the tug-of-war.
Well, you know who else has been battling? Eli Hurst. He's been facing some tough situations in the first 2 innings. Luckily, he's come away with only 1 run so far for him, and it was on a passed ball. So looking to have a little bit of a cleaner 3rd inning, as he's had 43 pitches through 2 innings so far.
Camden Raymond worked a walk in his first at-bat in the first. Always a dangerous hitter for this Blackfin squad, hitting 3rd today. Hurst is set in the first pitch of the 3rd on the outside part of the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, it's been a heavy dosage of fastballs so far. We've seen a couple of the off speeds. The changeups haven't been working the way he's been wanting them to. But the fastball still looks nice.
Fastball misses down. Ball 1. Raymond, a big day in the Blackfins win on Sunday. Not as much of a factor on Tuesday for Seattle. Barsati set up outside, and Hurst hits the spot. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's where you got to live with Raymond on that outside zone. Loves to pull the ball a lot, and that's what Hurst was telling me pre-game as well. So he's looking to live on that outside part of the zone.
7 outs and 7 strikeouts for Eli Hurst today. That one to the most dangerous hitter in the lineup, Camden Raymond.
Yeah, this is a pretty impressive outing here from Vanderbilt commit Eli Hurst. We saw it, a glimpse of it against the A's. 7 strikeouts and 7 outs. That is something that is very rare.
River Smith struck out looking. The first strikeout victim of the day today, and that might break the streak. It is looped into left field. No one can make the play, and it landed in fair territory. Smith wasn't expecting that to get down, so he'll stay at first. But another defensive mishap by the Fish Sticks, and more soft contact paying off for the Blackfins.
Yeah, that one off the bat looked like it was going to tail into the beer garden again. And then Sonoy out in left was battling with the sun. Parker and Watson at 3rd were also going over there. You can see how bright it is. It looked like Sonoy just kind of took the wrong route there. So another weak contact that results in a base runner for the Blackfins.
It's another instance of the Blackfins going after the first pitch for Hurst. When they haven't done that, it's usually resulted in either a strikeout or a walk. Most of the hits coming pretty early in the count. It's the first pitch to Michael Singleton, misses. Or excuse me, that's Andrew Fetty.
Yeah. Hurst has 3 hits allowed so far. All of them have been on weak contact.
This one high in the sky. Luke Parker is under it, and he makes the play for out number 2, and there is the first out of the day. That is not an Eli Hurst strikeout for the Fish Sticks. You're almost sad to see the streak go.
Yeah, definitely. And if this is his last batter, it would be an incredible outing once again for Hurst, who again battled trouble in the first and the second inning. This inning looking a lot cleaner so far. We'll hold my tongue there for this at-bat.
So now it's Michael Singleton in the box. Came up in a big spot in the first. Struck out, but a run scored anyway off a pass ball as Barsati drops another fastball. Hurst, 7 strikeouts in the first 3 innings, looking to make it 8 before he heads off the mound for the day. River Smith, not the speediest guy on the team for the Blackfins over at first. Hurst is ahead 0-2.
Yeah, Singleton way behind that fastball there. I would expect Hurst to go right back to it on this pitch.
Hurst looking for its 8th strikeout of the day. The 0-2 to Singleton. Fly down the right field line. Looks like it will be in the party zone foul.
Well, Singleton was expecting what I was expecting. He knew the fastball was coming. Put some contact on it, but again, behind. And still 0-2. Hurst in complete control of this at-bat.
If you're the battery of Hurst and Barsati right now, do you go off-speed? Because obviously Singleton's sitting on that fastball.
I would still go the fastball. Just punch it in the zone. He's still, make him prove that he's able to hit this pitch, because no one in the lineup has been able to do that so far.
Hurst has the number 1. The fastball misses out, and it's ball 1.
Now Hurst might have been trying to do something too fancy there.
One, 2. And what might be Eli Hurst's final batter of the day. Pitch is cold, strike 3 on the outside half. Singleton did not like it. It's 8 strikeouts in 3 innings for Eli Hurst. He ends the outing with a strikeout looking to Singleton. And the Blackfins, no real threat in the third. It's 1-0. Sticks looking to hit in the bottom of the third.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, Crispy.
For over 15 years, As You Wish Electric has offered the comprehensive electrical solutions Seattle families trust. We are proud to announce that we can now also serve your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. As we grow, we are committed to delivering the same knowledgeable and friendly experience that earned our spot as the region's top-rated electrical company. Contact As You Wish Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Air today to learn more.
1-0, Seattle Blackfins leading the DubSea Fish Sticks going into the bottom of the third at the Friar. Eli Hurst, impressive on the mound. 8 strikeouts in 3 innings of work as Noah Benedict will come up once again. He was up at the end of the bottom of the second, but Evan Hellner was caught trying to steal second. First pitch is dribbled to the pitcher Andrew. He flips it over to Raymond. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, I said in the opening, I think I expected this to be a high-scoring affair. Well, through 3 innings, or 2.5 so far, it's been the complete opposite. Both Andrew and Hurst have been in control of this game, and each lineup is looking to break through.
Gavin George now up, moved from left field over to center when Rylan Gullard exited the game. He swings and misses at strike 1. George flew out to the right fielder Fetty in his first at-bat, and that's a high fly into left this time. Tough read for Mario Martinez. Looks like he's under it, and he reaches out and makes the play. Boy, he made that look difficult, but it's out number 2 anyway.
That's kind of what we saw from Riley Sonoy last inning. Both had their sunglasses on, both still battling with the sun. And Gavin George just missed that. You could tell he was frustrated running down to first. That was a big fly out to a deep part of the ballpark.
3 pitches and 2 outs for Jake Andrew, who has really been a good force on the mound. The velo might not be there, but the control sure has for the Blackfins arm. 1-0 is in there, strike 1. Brendan Bartholomew now up for the Sticks, reached on error in his first at-bat today. 1-1 fouled back, and Andrew is ahead.
Yeah, Andrew's still working and has been throughout this game, just working with quick pace.
Works quickly again on the 1-2. Bartholomew swings through it. 7-pitch inning for Jake Andrew, and it's 3 scoreless for number 9. The Blackfins lead the Fish Sticks 1-0 through 1/3 of this one at the Friar. And Jake Andrew, you really can't say how good he's been so far today. He has really eliminated the Fish Sticks bats.
Yeah, and well, Eli Hurst will be coming out for another inning of work, so going against what we saw in the season opener and what we've seen from starting pitchers for the Fish Sticks so far this season.
I think Coach Krivy might just be wanting to see how many strikeouts he can rack up today. He's at 8 through 3.
Yeah, the
historic base.
The Fish Sticks also used 6 pitchers on Tuesday. And take a look at this. We've got the Kids Flop Like a Fish event.
I would take like a worm approach to this, I think.
I think it's a race.
Maybe that's banned.
I believe this is a race. Look at this.
What a hawk down.
This looks like a military training exercise.
I think they might use this in the Army.
What a comeback. That's impressive stuff.
Looking like the Knicks last night.
Yeah.
That looked
Talk
dead
about
and gone.
a game. Well, congratulations to today's Kids Flop Like a Fish winner down the first baseline.
You think they get a shirt for that?
I hope so. That would put me in the competition, in fact.
If you're walking around the stadium after you win that, are you like a celebrity? At that point, you must be, right?
By the way, fantastic Fish Sticks merch. The merch of the game today is the frozen jerseys that the Fish Sticks are wearing. And talk about a logo battle tonight and a jersey battle tonight between the Blackfins and the Fish Sticks. The turquoise against that frozen jersey. That's beautiful.
Yeah, the jerseys look great, and when the scoreboard pops up for the top of the 4th, you'll see the logos. Man, that fish stick in the ice cube is just nice. It just works.
That's great.
Hayden Pietras will lead off the top of the 4th for the Blackfins. First pitch is swung on and missed, and Eli Hurst. Same old, same old. He starts with the fastball, and it's strike 1.
Yeah, 55 pitches through 3 innings after that long first inning. It's honestly a competition to see how far he can go now.
Pietras fouls it off. He's a little early to the off-speed for strike 2.
How many strikeouts can he rack up with this Blackfins order?
It is fully dependent on how long of a leash he has, but it could be pretty historic stuff today if he keeps the pace that he's on. The 0-2 to Pietras, driven into the gap in left center. George lays out and makes the catch. Gavin George all over the outfield. One away.
Yeah, taking inspiration from his friend Rylan Gollard, who laid out for a ball and had to exit the game. This one was roped towards that gap. A great jump by George. And battling the sun still makes the diving grab. What a play.
We said it in the first few practices of the year when we were starting to get to know this team as well. And Gavin George was just all over the place. Even in BP, he'd be running into the Wendy's sign and doing full extension grabs out in center. It's just like, hopefully that translates to the game, and it did right there for out number 1.
Practice makes perfect.
Sure does, as Hurst falls behind 2-0 to Reese Logsdon. Logsdon worked a walk in his first at-bat, and another speed threat in this Blackfins lineup. Pitch ran in the 10th for Camden Raymond yesterday, as Hurst falls behind 3-0 for the second time in a row to Reese Logsdon. 7 pitches and 7 balls to the 8-hitter in the lineup for the Blackfins.
Yeah, we have talked about the 8 strikeouts a lot, but this would be his 3rd walk.
3-0 finally finds the zone against Reese Logston for strike one. (3-1) and the fastball is missed for strike two.
And that's the first swing that Logston's put on in those two at-bats. I would expect nothing less but for Hurst to go back to this fastball.
Hurst comes set, the payoff, misses out, and Logston is walked for the second time in a row today. It's a base runner with one down.
We talked about how limiting the walks would be key. And I think this will be the end of Hurst's night.
Yeah. So Eli Hurst, 8 strikeouts in 3 1/3 innings, and he will get a nice ovation as he heads to the Fish Sticks dugout. Elliot Kribbe turns to the bullpen in the 4th. Blackfins with a 1-0 lead over the Fish Sticks.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
They always say, think happy thoughts. It's easy when you're a Wendy's cookie dough frosty fusion. I'm an instant dopamine hit. Get it? Dope-amine? Like cookie dough. I said like cookie dough! Happiness is a cookie dough frosty fusion at Wendy's.
Wu-Tang Clan playing over the speakers at the Friar can only mean one thing. It's Zach Hampson coming in earlier than usual for the Fish Sticks in a 1-0 ball game in the 4th.
Yeah, came in as the closing pitcher on Saturday in the season opener. 3 strikeouts to shut down the A's as the Fish Sticks held that 1-run lead, but one of the best pitchers in the PIL right here. Surprised that he's coming in this early, but I think this means that we'll see Zach Hampson for more than 1 inning of work here.
As Kyle alluded to, picked up a save in the Fish Sticks' first and only win of the season so far against the Washington A's. Pretty high leverage spot on Saturday night, and he just mowed through the A's lineup. 3 straight strikeouts to seal the win for the Sticks. Now he will face Bo Major to get things going. Runner on first and 1 away. The Blackfins scored on a passed ball in the first. Patrick Klinkenberg reached on an error, then it was the Blackfins on the base paths once again, and that has given them the lead here.
Yeah, this is going to be another tough pitcher. I think Hurst and Hampson, the best arms that the Fish Sticks can throw out, had a 2.23 ERA, .99 WHIP over 21 appearances in relief last season for Linfield, after a measly 2.70 ERA in his sophomore year there. Again, one of the elite arms in the Pacific Northwest.
So here's Bo Major stepping up to face Zach Hampson. First pitch from Hampson is a fastball that finds the heart of the zone, strike 1.
Great fastball, but elite off speed is what Hampson has. Kind of a little bit different from Hurst. But another righty arm coming in. You see that changeup and slider a lot from Hampson.
Zach Hampson, a Linfield Wildcat from Seattle. He'll take a look over at Logston. Majoring in journalism and media studies down in Oregon at Linfield. And a pretty good photography catalog on Instagram if you look into it. Pretty credentialed guy down there at Linfield with the camera. Major up the middle, this could be 2. Parker looking to do it himself, tag second, the throw in time, double play. Hampson only needs 1 batter to get out of the 4th. And the Fish Sticks turn 2, Blackfins sat down in the top of the fourth, and it's 1-0 going into the bottom half.
Yeah, that was perfectly done by Zach Hampson and displaying why he's one of the best arms in the Pacific Northwest there. Just forced that meek grounder. Nice bounce back by Luke Parker.
As we get a look at the upcoming schedule here at the Friar for the Fish Sticks, Friday and Saturday of this week, the 12th and the 13th. The Fish Sticks will face the Utah Yaks, Little League night tomorrow night, and then Seattle Soccer night with the World Cup in town on Saturday. The Fish Sticks will be in some specialty jerseys that you won't want to miss. 6:35 first pitch on Friday, then 6:05 on Saturday, and then $3 Thursday makes its long-awaited return next week on the 18th against the Seattle Studs of the PIL. First pitch at 6:35 p.m.
Talk about another elite logo matchup we have tomorrow and Saturday night with the Yaks and the Fish Sticks. Look at that.
I almost like the old school logo of the Studs even more. It's just, you know, they did not fall for the rebranding tricks that some organizations have fallen for in recent years. That is a traditional baseball logo. It almost looks like, you remember the old AL and NL logos?
Oh, definitely.
It looked exactly like that. So, you know, credit to them for sticking to tradition. You don't see many logos like that anymore. Still don't think it holds a candle to either of the logos we have tonight.
No, definitely not. But Jake Andrew out again for his fourth inning of work. Just 1 hit, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, has really had command of this Fish Sticks lineup.
His first pitch to Luke Parker catches the inside part for strike 1. Parker flew out to center field in the first inning. Parker waves and misses for strike 2. Jake Andrew just pumping the zone with strikes today, and it has worked very well.
Yeah, it's been a diverse arsenal mixed with that quick pace he has at the mound.
Parker thought about going after the high fastball, but it's ball 1. Almost stepped his way all the way out of the batter's box on that swing. Interesting timing. Now the 1-2, and Parker is way in front of it. That's strike 3, and Jake Andrew has his 5th strikeout of the day.
Yeah, I talked about the quick pace mixed with the arsenal. That's one great example right there. Luke Parker was sped up that entire at-bat, and on that 1-2, he wanted that fastball to unload on and got the off-speed instead and just took a whiff.
So an early change for the Fish Sticks. It will be Cade Galen hitting for Riley Sonoy here in the bottom of the 4th. Galen, going to be a sophomore down at the University of Portland. 1 for 5 on the season. He's worked a couple walks. Laid down a bunt in the home opener, and without Jake Andrews been pitching, you might want to look out for that again here. First pitch, great location again from Jake Andrew for strike 1.
Yeah, complete command of the entirety of the strike zone, but especially against lefty hitters so far, he's been living on that outside corner.
Galen shows bunt there, and the pitch is way low for ball 1. Galen, when he gets on, he is dangerous. Maybe the fastest guy on this entire Fish Sticks roster. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike to Galen in his first at-bat, and the off-speed is in there for strike 2. Jake Andrews staying consistent in the 4th.
Yeah, just fantastic locations on his pitches so far.
The 1-2 to Galen skips in. Beatrice keeps it in front of him, but it's ball 2. Andrew, 3 scoreless innings, 5 strikeouts so far. Getting some help from his defense along the way as well. There's been a runner gunned down at second. The 2-2 is swung through, and Cade Galen is retired by way of the K. It's the 6th strikeout of the game for Jake Andrew, and it's 2 down in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah. Andrew, again, complete command. We see just off balance is Galen there on strike 3. Andrew allowed that hit to Rylan Gollard that went the opposite way. His first at-bat, or first hitter he faced of the game. Since then, he's been nails.
Barsotti watches a ball high on his first pitch. Barsotti came up with the bases loaded and 2 down in the first, but struck out swinging. Second pitch misses low for ball 2.
Well, that looked in the zone.
The Blackfins were expecting a strike. I think we were as well. Barsotti attended St. Mary's College this season. Didn't play in their run at the Los Angeles Regional when they bounced the #1 overall seed UCLA, beat them twice before losing to Cal Poly. Two balls and one strike as Barsotti way out in front, just like Luke Parker was on that changeup, and the count is 2-2. At some point, the Fish Sticks are going to have to figure out the timing on Jake Andrews' off-speed pitches. As the 2-2 is on the way, Barsotti battles it off. He stays alive.
Yeah, Andrew just comes set a lot of the times before the batter is. The batter steps into the box. The pitch is pretty much all the way on its way.
2-2 again, and Barsotti is way out in front of it again. Jake Andrew, 5 scoreless innings. He strikes out the side in the 4th. 4 scoreless innings, I beg your pardon. And it's 1-0 Blackfins through 4. Zach Hampson will come back out for the 5th.
All right, here's the excitement that I was talking about in the opening. There's not a lot of excitement going on at the batter's box right now thanks to Jake Andrew for the Blackfins and the gem he is pitching right now. But look out to left field, and it's the Crispy race. Crispy Jr. has got to redeem himself. Oh, boy.
Oh, he's gassing him. He is gassing him. That's Brian from West Seattle, the contestant today. And Crispy is just a man on a mission today. Sometimes it's not your day, and it is definitely not Brian's day. And here comes the taunt.
Oh, a little pimp job.
Yeah, you knew that was coming. You just knew that was going to happen.
You know what? You got to work off those IPAs, get some steps somehow. There you go. Earn the beers.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the fastest guy Crispy faces all year, but a morale booster nonetheless. He's 1 for 2 on the season, batting .500, if you will. And the Sticks, they could use a .500 hitter right now, especially tonight. But how about Jake Andrews so far?
Yeah. 4 complete shutdown innings. There really hasn't been any danger on the base paths for the Fish Sticks, but luckily for them, their pitching has been shut down as well. Eli Hurst, 8 strikeouts, and now Zach Hampson forced that ground ball to get a double play in the last inning. So the Fish Sticks pitching staff looking for a bit of run support, but Jake Andrew has not allowed that so far.
We'll be looking at the top of the lineup card for the Blackfins in the top of the 5th. It's Patrick Klinkenberg, followed by Mario Martinez, and then Camden Raymond also due up in the 5th frame. Klinkenberg has reached base twice today, reached on an error in the 1st, then just kind of stuck a double into right center that got down in 2nd. Now he faces Hampson in the 5th. He shows bunt and just kind of whiffs for strike 1.
Yeah, there's a nasty off speed from Hampson that got completely fooled Klinkenberg on the bunt. What a pitching duel we have to get today between these two teams.
Yeah, Fish Sticks really pushing in all their chips. Hurst and Hampson in the early stages of this game. Hampson misses out ball 1.
You got to think that the Fish Sticks are thinking about their last 2 losses against this Blackfin team and thinking nothing but win here. Cannot go to 0-3 in PIL play to start the season.
1-1 to Klinkenberg. He drives it down the left field line. It's got some serious carry under it, and the play is made. It looked tough, but Cade Galen is able to corral it right in front of the wall, and there's one away.
Yeah, there's been some tough spots and some tough fights with the sun there in left field. Just missed that one as Klinkenberg, who is all over that changeup from Hampson. Nicely done by Galen to get that out.
Especially with a runner like Klinkenberg, the leadoff hitter in his own right in the 1st inning, and then he leads off the 5th, so a big out for Zach Hampson and crew. Mario Martinez will now step in, 1 for 2 on the day. Had a base hit in the 1st inning. First pitch from Hampson goes off speed, and it's popped high in the sky. Bartholomew ranging into foul ground. Not a great read, and it bounces in foul territory. So the Fish Sticks miss out on an out, but it's strike 1.
Yeah, it looked like Bartholomew was battling with something. He's in the shade. maybe the ball got lost in the sky.
I think the ball
it's bright.
Might have been tailing foul almost onto this rain cover we have here at the Friar, and then cut back into fair territory because Bartholomew's read was nowhere near where that ball ended up.
Well, I'll tell you, when it's sunny out here in West Seattle, it is bright. Played golf yesterday. It was hard for me to locate the ball coming off of the club.
0-1 coming from Hampson to Martinez. Goes slider, and Martinez is able to hold off.
The wind also starting to pick up a little bit, still moving from left to right as well. That also causes some trouble.
1 ball, 1 strike. Hampson has looked good so far. Misses with the fastball. It's 2-1. The move to Hampson at this stage of the game makes you think, how long will he be out there for Coach Kribbe and the Sticks? Only 1 inning on the season so far, but it was a good one. The 2-1 to Martinez loops in there for strike 2. When that slider is located, it is tough to hit.
Yeah, that was another great example of that off speed. That slider has been elite for Hampson at Linfield in his 2 years there, and so far with the Fish Sticks.
2-2 is a fastball in the opposite batter's box, and the count fills up. Martinez, obviously a familiar face for the Fish Sticks, walked off Tuesday's game with a hard hit grounder in the 10th.
I would expect that slider to come back here on this pitch.
3-2, fastball misses outside, and Martinez reaches with a walk in the top of the 5th. So now Camden Raymond comes up with traffic on the bases.
Yeah, the 4th walk combined now in this game for the Fish Sticks, just gifting the Blackfins free base runners. Again, we talked about it in the opening. Both Hampson and Hurst have really filthy stuff that so far the Blackfins have not been able to put hard contact on. I'd like to see Hampson just continue to attack the strike zone like Hurst started to do after the 2nd inning.
Martinez dancing around over at first. Hampson to Raymond, and Raymond way ahead of the first pitch for strike 1. He was definitely sitting fastball there and did not get it. Raymond 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. One of the many strikeout victims to Eli Hurst for the Blackfins today. Hampson checks on Martinez. It was a close play, but Martinez just gets back. Almost saw yet another pickoff. There were 2 successful pickoffs by the Fish Sticks in their home opener last week. With Raymond up, you want as little base runners as possible. Hampson goes to the plate now. The 0-1, Raymond charges it into center field, but it is right at Gavin George. Unlucky for Camden Raymond, but outnumbered 2 for the Fish Sticks.
Yeah, Raymond got fooled the first time with that off-speed, fully connected on that one there, just sent it right to George. Probably the hardest hit ball of the night from either team so far. Bit unfortunate for Raymond.
So now it's River Smith, the Montana State University Billings Yellow Jacket. Steps in, 2 down, runner on first. Zach Hampson looking as advertised so far. First pitch, Martinez breaks. The throw from Barsati will not be in time, and Martinez has a stolen base.
Yeah, great jump from Martinez. Almost got picked off in the last at-bat by Hampson, so you were expecting him to take off. He was getting antsy over there. And another stolen base for the Blackfins.
Now a runner in scoring position for River Smith. Smith is 1 for 2, had a base hit in the 3rd off Eli Hurst. Hampson's 1-0, slider curls back into the zone, strike 1. That is nasty.
Yeah, that's the signature pitch right there from Hampson.
Blackfins 4-1 on the season. 4-1 in PIL play. They only play PIL opponents, no non-league games for the Northside Blackfins. 1-1 from Hampson. Fastball finds his own for strike 2.
Yeah, with the runner in scoring position here and ahead on the count, I expect Hampson. He missed on that fastball that gave Martinez the walk. I expect off speed here.
1-2 to River Smith. He goes with that off speed, but it misses outside for ball 2. Hampson still without a strikeout in an inning of work so far. Also yet to give up a hit to the Blackfins. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down and a runner on second. Smith into left center, should be playable. Diving catch is not made. Run will score for the Blackfins. Good effort from Cade Galen, but it's a double for River Smith. And the Seattle Blackfins lead 2-0.
Yeah, Smith didn't miss that one. Galen, a great effort out there in left field, but that ball was working against the wind. It was tailing towards Galen in left field and then straightened out there right at the end. Great piece of hitting from Smith, and that plates the second run of the game.
Martinez and Smith trade places, and the Blackfins extend their lead to 2-0 in the top of the 5th. Now Andrew Fetty looking to do even more damage off Zach Hampson. First pitch, the signature slider for strike 1.
Yeah, big bounce back from Hampson here. Got to have the goldfish brain. Got to think next play after that double, because there's another runner in scoring position and a dangerous hitter up.
Fetty into right center. George should be under it, and the catch is made. So 1 run comes in for the Blackfins, and the Fish Sticks still stuck with the donut on the board. Sticks will have the sticks in the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-0 Seattle.
Once upon a home in the Issaquah Highlands, the Parkers used Thumbtack for a new kitchen island. Now the pizza is cooking and the kids are excited. Thank goodness for Thumbtack and all it provided. Start your home story on Thumbtack.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
They always say, think happy thoughts. It's easy when you're a Wendy's cookie dough frosty fusion. I'm an instant dopamine hit. Get it? Dope-amine? Like cookie dough. I said like cookie dough! Happiness is a cookie dough frosty fusion at Wendy's.
Oh, Audrey, look over there.
Where? Oh, a whole herd of Rainier beers.
Not herds, Audrey. Rainier's come in 6-packs.
Oh.
Wake up, Harley.
Harley, look at the Rainiers. Oh, they're just so fresh and friendly.
First pitch to Evan Hellner is a ball down and in. Start the bottom of the 5th inning. Hellner, Turnbow, Hamada due up. And Hellner is beamed in the hip with a fastball, so Jake Andrew hits Hellner, and the leadoff runner is on for the Fish Sticks.
Yeah, Hellner forced to walk his first at-bat, comes out, just takes it right in the thigh, and that's what the Fish Sticks need right now is base runners, any way they can get it, and right now they are not hitting Jake Andrew, so that's a great way to get on.
So Turnbow is replaced. It'll be Isaac Watson hitting in place of Turnbow. Watson, sophomore down at Centralia College, basically the midway point between Seattle and Portland, and it's a pinch runner for Evan Hellner as well. It looks like it will be Noah Kuhn over on first.
So a couple changes here in the lineup, as we've seen throughout the start of the season so far for Coach Kribbe and company. Turnbow struck out his first at-bat, so Watson comes in, a great fielder at third base, looking to get it going at the dish.
Jake Andrew hits the opening batter of the inning, but he has been lights out in the first 4. 7 strikeouts in 4 innings and no runs. First pitch is in there for strike 1 to Isaac Watson. Watson hit 150 in 2026 at Centralia. That number bumped up to 286 in Northwest Athletic Conference. Shows bunt, and it's fouled back behind the dish for strike 2.
Yeah, 0 for 1, had a walk and a run on Tuesday. 0 for 2 at the plate in the opener. Had a great showing on the mound in relief on Sunday. 2 strikeouts in his lone inning of work. Another utility guy for this Fish Sticks team.
Looking to get the bus moving a little bit for DubSea. Behind 0-2, and Andrew misses out. It's ball 1.
Yeah, Kuhn really working the base paths there at first base. With 2 strikes, I wouldn't expect too much action to go on, but Kuhn can fly.
1-2 coming to Watson, and he fouls it back. He stays alive. Something Andrew has done really well today is he has gotten ahead in counts the majority of the time, and he's ahead here.
He had 2 walks. Other than that, it's been super clean for Andrew. Struck out all 3 of the batters he faced last inning.
1-2 Watson, high fly. Klinkenberg is under it, and he will make the catch. 1 away.
Yeah, Watson just missed that. We've seen a power display from Watson multiple times in batting practice this season. Just hasn't been able to make it click so far at the plate through 4 games this season.
Kirby will stick with Alex Hamada in the 9-hole. Hamada struck out swinging in his first at-bat of the day against Jake Andrew. Kung ready to go, and looks like Andrew will step off and gain his composure a little bit. Bottom of the 5th, Blackfins leading the Fish Sticks 2-0.
Can hear maybe the wind coming in a little bit.
Hamada, fly to center field. Bo Major calls the shortstop Klinkenberg off, and there's 2 gone.
And nicely done by Andrew to come back after hitting Hellner in his first at-bat. Pretty much what we've seen all night so far from him. There's great comeback pitches, forcing the Fish Sticks to try to do anything in the box. So far, they have not been able to after the first batter of the game got a hit. After that, no hits. It's just 1 hit so far through 4 2/3.
First pitch to Noah Benedict misses out. Benedict grounded out to Andrew, the pitcher, in the 3rd. Replaced Rylan Gullard after a dive, took Gullard out of the game. In the 2nd, Benedict drives one that is just fouled on the first base line. With Kung's speed, we might have been talking about a run right there.
Definitely.
If that ball stays fair.
Benedict had a hard hit single for his first hit of the summer on Tuesday. Also walked when he pinch hit for Galen on Tuesday at the leadoff spot again. A lot of speed with Benedict as well.
Benedict drives one into left, but Martinez is able to camp under it, and it's 5 shutout innings for Jake Andrew at the Friar. Blackfins hold on to a 2-0 lead as we enter the 6th inning. The pony hop set to go in left field as the shade starting to come over the outfield a little bit. Those plays out in left starting to be a bit easier, and the wind blowing out dead center. Like you said, it's starting to pick up out there.
Yeah, this was the closest race of the bunch in Saturday's opener.
I'm not sure it's going to hold a candle to the flop like a fish
No.
or the tug of war today. We've had a really competitive day today.
Yeah, it has been. Oh boy.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Oh boy.
The cardinal sin of this game is coming out fast.
Look at that form.
He almost looks like he knows what he's doing, like he's been here before. That's like what they teach. I think that's what they teach you in the pony hop classes that I'm sure exist.
Look at this finish. Absolute layout.
You got to watch. That's a tight turnaround with the fence right there. But Well done. We might need to see him make a return.
That's great stuff.
He could be one of the better pony hoppers we see all year.
You got to take all the winners and then at the end of the season,
like an all-star game?
Yeah, face them off against each other.
Zach Hampson will come out once again in the 6th after giving up a run in the 5th. River Smith put a charge into a double into the left center gap to bring home Mario Martinez and make it 2-0. Blackfins, Michael Singleton to get things started in the 6th as the slider misses in.
Yeah, Hampson saw a lot of pitches in that last inning after forcing a ground out that turned into a double play. Saw 18 pitches.
Hampson behind 2-0, and it's a glaring issue once again. Definitely something we don't see a lot out of Hampson, but first pitch strikes coming at a premium tonight for the reliever. 2-0, and that one catches the down and in corner for strike one.
Yeah, that might have been a little bit of a fortunate call there for Hampson. That one looked a little bit below the knees.
Singleton still ahead, 2-1, as the fastball skips on the turf into the mid of Barsati for ball 3.
Saw Hampson kind of cover his eyes from the sun there. The sun might be giving him a little trouble. See a little bit of sunspots with that shade that's just pointed right at the pitcher's mound.
You can see it on the broadcast as well, just the shine on the left side of Hampson's head. The fastball is in there for strike 2, and we will have a full count.
Yeah, really important pitch here for Hampson. Got to get the first runner of the inning.
Singleton at the very front of the box. Payoff, strike 3 called. Fastball catches the low part of the strike zone, and Hampson has his first K of the day.
Yeah, Singleton doesn't like that call. Also saw a call pretty much around the same spot against Eli Hurst. Singleton letting the home plate umpire know about that one. And that's right at the knees. I think the umpire made a good call there.
Michael Singleton, a rough day at the dish, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, 2 of them looking so far. Hayden Pietras next up for the Blackfins. He also comes into this at-bat 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to the center fielder George. First pitch in for a strike. Oh, 0-1 from Hampson, down and out.
A nice recovery from Hampson in that last at-bat to fire a strikeout. Finally got that first pitch strike he's been looking for.
Pietras did not play on Tuesday. Now in the 7-hole on Thursday as the slider is in there for strike 2. Still yet to see a Blackfins hitter really read that slider very well outside of Raymond putting a charge into one that landed in the mid of Gavin George.
Yeah, a lot of fastballs so far here in the 6th. There's another good looking off speed for strike 3.
Wave and a miss from Pietras, and it's 2 strikeouts to start the 6th for Zach Hampson.
Yeah, as I mentioned, heavy dose of fastball there to Singleton, then went back to that signature off speed. So far, been a clean inning with 2 strikeouts. Good recovery after allowing a run in the last inning for Hampson.
Reese Logston has been a tough out today. No official at-bats, but he's worked 2 walks, both against Eli Hurst. First pitch popped up into right field, kind of in the middle of everybody, but it's an easy play for Noah Benedict. And Hampson works a 1-2-3 clean inning. Fish Sticks still looking to get on the board. It's 2-0, the visitors, Blackfins.
Once upon a home in the Issaquah Highlands, the Parkers used Thumbtack for a new kitchen island. Now the pizza is cooking and the kids are excited. Thank goodness for Thumbtack and all it provided. Start your home story on Thumbtack.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, Crispy.
ever wonder how Crispy gets to the fryer for games? He uses King County Metro's Rapid Ride H-Line. King County Metro, the official commute of your DubSea Fish Sticks.
5 scoreless innings for Jake Andrew. He finally comes out of this game with the Blackfins, leading the Fish Sticks 2-0 going into the bottom of the 6th. In relief, it will be Tyler Odegaard for Seattle.
Yeah, the Fish Sticks saw him in that game on Sunday. Odegaard went 1 inning, allowed 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, had a walk and a strikeout. So this is the time for the Fish Sticks to really jump in on offense. So far, Hurst and Hampson have done well on the mound, and the Fish Sticks have not had a hit since the very first batter of the game.
And Rylan Gullard, the man with the hit, no longer in the lineup. Gavin George will lead things off in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch from Odegaard is a fastball that misses out for ball 1. 2 flyouts for Gavin George on the day, 1 to right field and 1 to left field.
Yeah, Odegaard goes to Whitworth University down near Spokane.
Takes a little bit off it with the off speed for strike 1. Jake Andrews' day is done, but what a day it was. 5 scoreless innings, only gave up 1 hit. Here at the Friar, the 1-1 to George. Generous zone there for Odegaard. It's strike 2.
Yeah, a bit more velocity with Odegaard compared to Andrew. But Andrew was able to paint the corners all day long.
George lines one up the middle, and the first hit for the Fish Sticks since the opening batter. Gavin George on with a base hit to lead off the 6th.
Yeah, that's huge. It's great plate discipline on that 1-2 to just drive that up the middle. And Gavin George has got some speed. So far, the Fish Sticks 1 for 2 on stolen base attempts this season, have not had success on the base pass. So we'll see if George takes off.
Bartholomew will dig in. Fuego reached on an error as the first pitch gets by the catcher Pietras, and it's a free base for Gavin George. A runner in scoring position for the Fish Sticks. Also the first time they've had a runner in scoring position since the first inning.
Well, how about gifting them a stolen base? That makes the job a little bit easier now for Bartholomew.
Fastball misses out. It's ball 2. Fuego reached on an error in the first and then struck out swinging in the third. One of the 8 strikeouts Jake Andrews' name today. Bartholomew through the left side of the infield. It's a base hit. It looks like Gavin George will hold up at third. Runners on the corners with nobody out. 2 hits to get the bottom of the 6th started.
Yeah, nicely done by Martinez over there in left field to come charging in and fire in a throw to save George from scoring. Nice, another hard hit ball down in between third base and shortstop. And now you've got first and third. You got speed at first as well. Big spot here for a power hitter in Luke Parker.
The top of the order starting to get something cooking for DubSea. Now it's the cleanup hitter, Luke Parker. In the box, first pitch he sees is crushed into center field. Tracking back is Major. He's running out of room, but he makes the play on the warning track. The run will score easily, and the Fish Sticks are on the board, but Luke Parker came very close to giving the Fish Sticks the lead with 1 swing of the bat.
Yeah, that was a nice heads-up play by George. That ball was crushed towards the deepest part of the outfield, but George hung on the base for as long as he could until he saw that ball go into the glove and broke for home. Bartholomew, on the other hand, was all the way at second base. Lucky that he got back to first, but nicely done as Luke Parker does his job.
So the Fish Sticks cut into the Blackfins lead. Still only 1 away, and Bartholomew with speed on first. It's Cade Galen as Bartholomew breaks. Galen swings and misses on what looked like to be a hit and run, but the ball skips in, and Bartholomew with an easy steal of second base.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity to jump out after that huge fly ball. Might not have been thinking about Bartholomew at first. Gets a jump It was a hit and run situation, so Galen was trying to get that ground ball. Bartholomew slides in his second stolen base of the season.
So now a base hit could tie this one up in the 6th. Strike 2 is in there. Odegaard lowers the gas pedal. Off-speed pitch really has been working for him so far. It's the fastball that the Fish Sticks are seeing very well.
Huge gap between shortstop and third base for Galen if he can punch one the opposite way.
0-2 in there, strike 3. Odegaard paints the inside half, and Galen is retired. His second strikeout of the game.
Yeah, nice fastball in there on the inside part of the corner. That's a pitch that the home plate umpires Tim Stever has been giving all night. Saw Singleton for the Blackfins strike out twice on a very similar pitch.
So now a new face will come up for the Fish Sticks. First we've seen of Daly this season. Sporting the number 15 on that frozen jersey. Bartholomew at second. Daly with a chance to tie it up. The first pitch he sees is lined into right field. What a catch by Andrew Fetty to keep the Blackfins in the lead. How did he hold on to that? Wow. Daly hits it on a line. Andrew Fetty kind of just sticks a glove out in desperation. A barrel roll on the ground, but he holds on to it. And the Blackfins preserve their lead, 2-1 Seattle through 6. Man, what a catch. Looks like it will be Zach Hampson for the 7th.
Here we go. We got the thumbtack relay race going on now in left field. After that run-saving play by Fetty. Seen a couple diving attempts so far this game from numerous different outfielders. That finally one that connected, and that might be the difference in the game. That's a game-changing play.
So the thumbtack relay race, definitely one of the more interesting promotions here. Thumbtack tasking some of the Fish Sticks fans to dress up as their favorite jobs, painters, plumbers, you know, things of that sort. I've seen the barefoot strategy quite a bit in the thumbtack race. I guess it makes sense. You don't want to have the hindrance of shoes, but it seems like socks could do the trick as well.
Yeah, nice comfy grass out there in the outfield, different from the turf in the infield. Recently mowed, very soft. Kills a lot of baseballs that are hit hard into the outfield.
And then another close race at the Friar tonight. A hotly contested $3 Thursday, and there's the breakaway we were waiting for.
Look at that.
Just pure jubilation. Pure jubilation. I haven't seen anyone that happy in a while. Fish Sticks cut into the Blackfins lead. 2-1. Seattle still leads DubSea. Going into the final third of this game, the top of the 7th. On the way. Jeffrey Perrin will lead off for the Blackfins. Hitting in place of Bo Major. First pitch to Perrin is a strike. Barsati can't quite hold on to it. Or excuse me, that's Daly behind the plate now. He pinch hit for Barsati in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, the Fish Sticks have seen a lot of Perrin in their 2 outings against them. He was 2 for 3 with an RBI and a walk on Sunday, 1 for 4 and a couple RBIs on Tuesday.
Nice pitch from Hampson. He turns to that slider, and it just loops into the zone, strike 2. Hampson ahead 0-2 on Jeffrey Perrin. That's foul back toward us and into the parking lot here at Steve Cox Memorial Park.
Perrin, another one of those Northwest Athletic Conference guys from Edmonds College, where these 2 teams played on Tuesday. Nice blue turf out there. just north of here.
The second 0-2, Perrin into center field. Gavin George tracking back, but he'll have room to make the play. Perrin is retired, and there's one down.
Blackfins have had a lot more success getting contact on Hampson as compared to Hurst. A couple of deep flyouts so far. Now 3 innings gone for Hampson, though, and just 1 run allowed.
So back to the top of the lineup card. It's Patrick Klinkenberg. Flew out to the left fielder Galen in his last at-bat, but almost reached the wall with that hit, then reached in his first 2 plate appearances today. So a productive day at the plate for Klinkenberg. First pitch is down for ball 1.
It'll be interesting to see how long Hampson goes if he's able to shut down the Blackfins here to end the bottom of the 7th, or the top of the 7th.
Slider just misses in, ball 2. Daly with a pretty good frame there and was just imploring the home plate Tim Stever to make that call, but Stever doesn't budge, and it's 2-0. That's driven down the left field line. Fair ball for Klinkenberg. He might have his second double of the game. He sure does. He cruises into second base, and Patrick Klinkenberg continues to just kill the Fish Sticks today. 2 for 3, and he's reached base 3 times.
Yeah, that was a lot unlike the double he had earlier in this game, where that actually sent Gullard out of the game. But that one was crushed down the left field line. The Fish Sticks are a bit fortunate. That comfy grass I was just talking about out there in left field, that ball was tailing. That could have found the deep corner past the picket fences in the beer garden, and that could have kept rolling and rolling, but luckily the grass stopped it before it even got to the foul line, and so it stays as a double.
So we've seen the wheels of Klinkenberg already. He scored on a pass ball in the first inning to give the Blackfins a lead that they have not given up yet today. Mario Martinez will dig in. Martinez has reached twice today. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Hampson comes set. Klinkenberg, pretty big lead over at second. Martinez skies it in the air behind home plate. Daly is under it, and he's able to make the play. Mask in hand. There's 2 down.
I was just about to say, you want to see how locked in Daly is for his first appearance behind the dish. Took off his mask and held it the entire time, but that's a tough play. Any catcher who's played behind the dish knows how hard of a play that is. But he made it look easy, and that's a big out with runner on second.
So with Camden Raymond due up for the Blackfins, it looks like Hampson's day might be done. Kirby will take the ball from his star reliever. A good outing for Zach Hampson today. Came in the 4th. Only allows 1 run in the 5th.
It looks like they're going to bring in Jaden Mizuno. It looks like they're going to attack the left-on-left matchup here in a big at-bat with Raymond.
Mizuno going to be a junior at the University of Puget Sound. The Loggers down in Tacoma. From Pearl City, Hawaii, worked a 2.03 ERA in 13 innings with the Loggers in 2026. Definitely a primary bullpen option at Puget Sound this season, and that's exactly what Kirby uses him for in the 7th today.
Yeah, best ERA on the team for Puget Sound in 12 appearances last year. Not a high strikeout guy, but he gets the job done. He was scoreless in 9 of his 12 appearances, and going up against a big power hitter in Raymond, looking to just induce that weak contact.
Raymond has been relatively quiet today, 0 for 2 with a walk in the 1st, but some loud contact off Hampson in the 5th. Just an unlucky break as it fell right into Gavin George's glove out in center field. Mizuno has thrown 2 innings this summer as a fish stick. Gave up 2 earned runs on a couple hits. Not the biggest guy in stature you'll see on this team, listed as 5'6", 165.
Again, relies a lot like Hansen on that off-speed pitch. He's going to live low in the zone as well, try to get Raymond to roll over into a ground out.
Mizuno taking all the warm-up pitches he can get. Maybe you think he just got warm when Klinkenberg laced the double down the left field line. Maybe they were thinking Hampson would just stay in this game as long as there was no traffic for Camden Raymond.
Well, yeah, like Eli Hurst told me before the game, this coaching staff and the pitchers had Raymond circled in the scouting report. You got to think that once Kribbe saw maybe a righty-lefty, right-on-left matchup with Hampson against Raymond, he wanted to get Mizuno up as fast as possible. And in this game so far, runs have come at a premium, so protecting this run, or this possible run at second, first priority for the Fish Sticks.
First pitch Mizuno throws is laced into center field by Raymond. George is going to throw home. Bit of a hesitation. It's cut off by Bartholome. And Klinkenberg will score. It's an RBI single for Camden Raymond. And the Blackfins get the run right back. It's 3-1 Seattle.
Yeah, and there's Raymond at his best right there. Just sat on that off speed that I talked about that Mizuno loves to throw. Just drove it right up the middle. And as you said, Klinkenberg actually hesitated at third base a little bit, but had more than enough time to get home. Now a 3-run ball game.
So now it's River Smith. Drove in a run with a double in his last at-bat in the fifth. 2 for 3 today with a single and a double. First pitch was a ball. It's 1-0.
River Smith has had the most success at the plate so far.
Smith behind the off-speed fouls it down the third base line into the nets. First pitch was a strike, I beg your pardon, so it's no balls and 2 strikes. Mizuno way ahead on River Smith. The 0-2 offering down low. Nice stop by Daly to keep Raymond at first.
And Daly will be able to find a lot of reps behind the plate if he's able to keep those balls in front of them. Again, the first run of this game in the top of the first inning was on a pass ball. And we've seen a couple of runs that the Fish Sticks have been giving up because of errors at the plate.
Smith right back up the middle. Eerily similar to the hit from Camden Raymond. It's 2 singles in a row for the Blackfins, and they're threatening once more in the 7th.
Great piece of hitting from Smith for his 3rd hit of the game. Now Daly's going to come up and talk to Mizuno. Not a bad pitch, again, low in the zone. And Smith just puts his barrel where the pitch is thrown. A great piece of hitting. The middle of this lineup has been giving the Fish Sticks issues.
Andrew Fetty with a runner on second and first and 2 down. The Blackfins can really break this one open with a big hit here. Fetty 0 for 3 on the day. Strikeout, pop out, line out. First pitch. This is way high, ball 1.
Yeah, that might have been a frustration pitch there from Mizuno. Tried to pump all he could into that fastball.
It's been 3 lefties in a row for the Blackfins, so there's the reasoning for the Mizuno move. His fastball's in there, strike 1.
Yeah, this is big, big out here for Mizuno. 2 runners on, trying to keep this lead at bay.
One, change up, just misses out. Ball 2. Betty has not worked deep in counts today. Longest at bat was 4 pitches. This will be the 4th pitch of this one. Two-one. Betty way behind the fastball. Count evens out.
He was thinking beyond the fences on that one. That was a huge hack at that fastball. He was set on that pitch. Thankfully for the Fish Sticks, he whiffed.
Mizuno shakes off the sign from Daly, his backstop. On the 2-2, now he comes set. Big pitch here. Swing and a miss. Jaden Mizuno forces a strikeout, but the Blackfins extend their lead. It's back to 2. 3-1, Seattle leading DubSea at the Friar. It's time to stretch.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
They always say, think happy thoughts. It's easy when you're a Wendy's cookie dough frosty fusion. I'm an instant dopamine hit. Get it? Dope-amine? Like cookie dough. I said like cookie dough! Happiness is a cookie dough frosty fusion at Wendy's.
For over 15 years, As You Wish Electric has offered the comprehensive electrical solutions Seattle families trust. We are proud to announce that we can now also serve your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. As we grow, we are committed to delivering the same knowledgeable and friendly experience that earned our spot as the region's top-rated electrical company. Contact As You Wish Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Air today to learn more.
Seventh inning stretch has come and gone. Tyler Odegaard back on the hill for the Seattle Blackfins, protecting a 3-1 lead over the DubSea Fish Sticks on what is just a pristine evening at Mel Olson Stadium in White Center.
Hey, you can't really see, but there's a few clouds that trickled in. That's about all we've seen today. It's been fantastic, about 75 degrees at first pitch, now dipping down a little bit below there. But honestly, about the most perfect weather you could get here at the Friar.
Noah Kuhn will step in for his first at-bat of the day, replaced Evan Hellner on the base paths after Hellner was hit by the pitch in the 5th. Kuhn 1 for 3 on the season. Sophomore at Brandis College, all the way in Massachusetts. First pitch from Odegaard, up and in, ball 1.
Yeah, 1 for 1, also drew a walk, pinch hitting for Luke Parker on Tuesday. Made some great game-changing plays at shortstop late in that game as well.
Kuhn goes oppo, but it's foul. Strike 1. After Jake Andrew spun 5 scoreless innings, Odegaard gave up the lone Fish Sticks run in the 6th. Looking to stay scoreless in the 7th as the 1-1 misses inside for ball 2. The
base runners are huge in this game, something that the Fish Sticks have not had all night.
Kung fouls off the 2-1. Count is square at 2 balls and strikes apiece. Odegaard comes set, he's got the sign, and the 2-2 is an off-speed pitch that is swung on and missed by Noah Kuhn. Odegaard's second strikeout of the day is out number 1 in the 7th.
Yeah, Odegaard didn't see success on the fastball in the last inning that saw 2 hits. Decides to go and try to throw Noah Kuhn off balance a little bit, and Kuhn was way ahead of that off speed. A great comeback from that last inning, a great first out for Odegaard.
First pitch to Isaac Watson, nice location in the lower half for strike 1. Odegaard starting to find his groove here in the 7th. Watson popped up to the shortstop Klinkenberg. In his first at-bat in the 5th, he might have gone around, he sure did, for strike 2.
Yeah, the off speed starting to work now, living low in the zone with that pitch. Now he's got Watson on the rails pretty quickly.
0-2 to Isaac Watson. Throws the same pitch again. Watson doesn't offer at it this time. It's ball 1. Alex Hamada on deck for the Sticks. And it'll be back to Benedict at the top of the order, and Watson is rung up. That slider is working well for Tyler Odegaard right now. He's got 2 Ks in the 7th.
Yeah, Watson looking a little disgruntled at that call. That was right at the knees. Oh, he might have a case there. That looked below. He knew that off speed was coming late off it. That was a good eye by him. The umpire giving the call there to Odegaard.
Alex Hamada, 0 for 2 on the day. Odegaard starting to find his footing. That's strike 1 with the fastball. Hamada has gotten some good contact today. It's just all gone foul. Now he shows bunt with 2 down, and that throws off Odegaard wildly. Throw almost hit Hamada in the feet.
Yeah, I haven't seen a bunt laid down so far from the Fish Sticks. Saw a couple in the first 3 games. It's a little bit hard to put down more bunts when you don't get any base runners, though.
1 ball, 1 strike. Odegaard misses down and in on Hamada, clearly trying to pump the inside half against Alex Hamada. Not give him any time to get to anything. 2 strikeouts for Odegaard in the 7th so far. 1 swinging and 1 looking. 2-1 to Hamada. Wave and a miss. And the count is 2-2.
Yeah, Fish Sticks have had some trouble with that pitch in the bottom of the 7th. They seem to know it's coming, but still can't hit it.
Odegaard looking to strike out the side and preserve a 2-run Blackfins lead. On the way, the 2-2. Hamada swings and misses. Odegaard strikes out the side in the 7th. And the Blackfins pitching staff continues to shove. It's 3-1, Seattle up on DubSea through 7. Looks like the beer garden is going to get involved. Seemed inevitable. At some point, there's just too many people out there. You got to do something with them.
The fish toss.
Clever.
There we go. Oh. Mixing a little basketball in with baseball here.
We could use an effort from Crispy.
Yeah. First toss looking like Spurs in the second half of yesterday's game. Here we go.
And I got to say, that is a big fish in a small net.
Yeah.
It makes this game really tough.
Oh. It's another reason to visit the beer garden.
Yeah, always something to do at the Friar.
Whoa.
Regardless of whether, that's got to go in.
Does that count?
Just, yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Bit of assistance.
Crispy's been busy today.
Yeah, he's been all over the place.
No load management for Crispy.
I think he's just in a happier mood after dominating the race.
That's true.
He just, so many lengths, an uncountable amount of lengths that he won by today.
Yeah, talk about short-term memory loss there. Absolutely dusted.
Poor Brian.
Poor Brian.
Never had a chance. Michael Bartle will get things started in the 8th in place of Michael Singleton. Bartle had his fingerprints all over the stat sheet last night. 3 for 5 in the win with 2 singles and a double.
Yeah.
Scored all 3 trips around the bases.
Yeah, I talked in the opening about wreaking havoc on the base paths. That's what the Blackfins did on Tuesday. This guy was the catalyst for it. As you said, scored all 3 runs, had 2 of the 7 stolen bases as well.
And him in the leadoff spot, the last thing you want to do is put an electric runner like Bartle on to get things started in the 8th. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Mizuno skips in a slider on the 1-1. Bartle waves and misses. It's strike 3. Daly wasn't able to hold on to it, but the throw is in time to Bartholome. And Bartle is retired. That's a big out.
It is a big out. That's a guy who hit .344 at Gateway Community College last season. Also had 11 stolen bases. So not having him on the base path, especially after what he did on Tuesday, is big for Jade Mizuno.
Hayden Pietras 0 for 3 with a couple Ks on the day. He will be the next to face Mizuno. Fastball misses high, ball 1. Blackfins lineup, outside of a couple hitters at the top of the order, hasn't been entirely active today. Just been a matter of pitching dominance for the boys in teal.
And honestly, it's been a great performance from the Fish Sticks pitching staff so far in Hurst and Hampson, and now Mizuno, only allowing 3 runs after the Blackfins have poured on 17 in the first 2 outings.
Fastball misses down, skips into the chest of Daly for ball 2. Pietras going into his junior year at Lassen the Volcanics, which is clever. Last in Volcanoes. I get it. 2-1, misses up. Ball 3.
Are they the Fish Sticks level, though?
No, of course not. I don't think we can legally say that they're not. Up the middle, Hayden Pietras has his first hit of the day. 3 hits given up by Jaden Mizuno, and they are all singles up the middle, so no real dangerous contact, but hits nonetheless.
Yeah, Mizuno did his job, and what he's done at Puget Sound is just force grounders. That one found the sweet spot up the middle. Now 1 on with 1 out.
Reese Logston has worked a couple walks, both of which coming against Eli Hurst. Mizuno. This is down and out, ball 1 with the fastball. It's been a good pitch mix for Mizuno today. Checks in on Pietras. Not a real threat to the status of Pietras over on first.
This would be a great spot for Mizuno to force another ground ball.
Mizuno misses up, and it's ball 2. Jeffrey Perrin is on deck. He might be the 9-hole hitter, and yes, he didn't start, but this is a dangerous hitter that's in the on-deck circle for the Blackfins. "2-0 gets away. Daly not able to hold on to it. Pietras, a free base on the wild pitch, and there's a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and that's what I alluded to a little bit. That have been the problems behind the dish for the Fish Sticks. A couple of pass balls on Tuesday. And that, you can't just allow a free runner to get in scoring position now.
3-0 misses up high. Mizuno doesn't like it. And Logston works his 3rd walk of the day, the 2nd on 4 pitches. This is an interesting anomaly from the Fish Sticks pitching staff.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm expecting to see Kribbe come out here for this left on right matchup with Perrin and then Klinkenberg coming up, so that'll be the end of Mizuno's day.
Jaden Mizuno, a couple innings of work. Gives up a few hits, but no runs to his name as of right now. He will be responsible for the runners on 2nd and 1st in this inning. Kribbe turns to the bullpen. Once again, it will be the 4th pitcher of the game, and it's Finn Still, the senior out of Southeastern University in Florida.
Again, hunting that right-handed pitcher to come up against Perrin and Klinkenberg. Every run matters, especially in a low-scoring affair like this. And so a big spot for Finn Still with 2 runners on, but a good opportunity for him to showcase his talent.
Still no stranger to the Seattle Blackfins through 2 innings in the 10-3 loss on Sunday, and 2 great innings at that. Only allowed a hit and no runs given up. Struck out a couple. Been still 1 of 2 guys from Southeastern University on this team. The Fire down in Florida, Braden Bartholomew, the other member of the Fire baseball squad. Still a local guy from Buckley, Washington.
Yeah, Perrin 0 for 1 so far tonight. But again, 2 for 3 in that game on Sunday, 1 for 4, and combined for 4 RBIs across those 2 games as well. And then also Klinkenberg right behind him at the top of the order has 2 doubles on the game. So 2 dangerous hitters coming up with 1 out and 2 on. So this will be a challenge for Still coming out of the bullpen.
Still had a great start to the season down at Southeastern, a 2.08 ERA through 17 1/3. Got away from him down the stretch, finished with a 7 ERA in 20 innings. But a good first showing with the Fish Sticks, and he's tasked with keeping the lead at 2 here in the top of the 8th at Mel Olson Stadium. Jeffrey Perrin set to go in the 9-hole, flew out to the center fielder George with pretty good contact back in the 7th.
2 double steals were enacted by the Blackfins on Tuesday, so that's something else to watch out for with 1st and 2nd.
Not the most speed on second with Pietras, but still a possible base stealer nonetheless. First pitch from Finn Still is fastball, misses down. Ball one. Pietras thought about breaking for third, but went against his gut and stayed at second.
Yeah, it's important for Hamada at second and Luke Parker at short to keep Pietras at second again. Not the speediest guy on the team, but every runner on this Blackfin team will take a base at any chance they get. There he is hopping around.
Perrin way out in front of the Finn Still off-speed pitch, and a strike one.
Important comeback pitch after the first pitch ball. Cannot walk. Perrin going to the top of the order and the bases loaded.
1 ball and 1 strike each. Still's fastball is outside, ball 2. Perrin 1 for 4 yesterday with a base hit. Also brought in a run and worked a walk in Tuesday's win. 2-1 fastball finds his own, strike 2. That's the velocity you've come to expect out of Finn Still. Definitely one of the harder throwers in this bullpen.
Yeah, Perrin yet to swing the bat on this at-bat. Got to think he's sitting on that fastball here on 2-2.
The pitch from Still. Loops in. Ooh. Tim Stever behind the plate was ready to call that strike 3.
Almost hesitated, it looked like.
But ball 3 is the final call, and the count fills up. Let's get another look at this.
Yeah, inside corner.
There it is. Yeah, that's a twitch. Interesting.
Not a great frame by Daly behind the plate. But Stever's been calling those.
Perrin grounds over to Parker, might be 2. Hamada's throw will not be in time, and Perrin beats the throw to first, but an out is recorded on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, it's a great job by Still to come in, force that grounder, and get out of there with 2 outs. Chopper up to Parker, make sure to get the first out, and then that speed by Perrin was showing off there. So more life here at the top of the 8th, and back to the top of the order, and someone that's done a lot of damage so far for this team.
Probably the story of the game so far, Patrick Klinkenberg. Reached on air in the first, ended up scoring on a pass ball, and then a couple doubles since then. Scored in the 7th as well. Now it's got runners on the corners and 2 down. Perrin breaks for second, and there will be no throw from Daly. So now a base hit could score 2 and put the Fish Sticks in jeopardy.
Yeah, expected nothing less there from the Blackfins to put 2 in scoring position. Pretty much just let that bag go. Both Parker and Hamada didn't really even try. Still focused on the batter.
0-1 coming to Klinkenberg, just foul down the third base line. Pretty good charge into it, just straight into the ground, and it tails foul to the right of Watson.
That's where he just set that deep double, hit very hard. He's been inducing great contact all night. Dangerous guy to have up with 2 in scoring position.
Still has gotten ahead on Patrick Klinkenberg, 0-2. A chance to hold the Blackfins scoreless and leave 2 stranded in scoring position in the 8th. The 0-2 into right field. Easy play is made by Noah Benedict, and Finn Still continues his strong start to the summer. He gets out of a jam in the 8th inning in the Fish Sticks. 6 outs left for the home frozen jerseys. This might be my favorite thing we do.
This is the KC Metro boat race.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. The water taxi just came out firing.
The water taxi's also got the inside line, so it's the favorite already. It might also just be a faster vehicle.
Oh, boy. They're taunting him a little bit.
Yeah, it might come back to bite him, actually. The bullpen boat is starting to make up some ground, but just not good enough of a start for the bullpen boat. Clinical taunt for Micah, and the water taxi comes out on top today. Odegaard's day is done on the mound for the Blackfins. It'll be Braden Larson. Righty out of Shoreline Community College, one of the many Shoreline and Edmonds guys on the Blackfins roster. Not a guy that the Fish Sticks have seen yet this season.
Yeah, it'll be 3 righties. I'm expecting Larson to try to finish out the bottom of the 8th and the bottom of the 9th. That's what the Blackfins have been doing against the Fish Sticks, has been sticking with that 3-pitcher look. So protecting a 2-run lead here for Larson. And this would be big for the Blackfins in the PIL standings if they were able to take the first 3 games of the season against the Fish Sticks.
Looks like Jackson Dule is set to go in the on-deck circle, a guy we haven't seen. He'll hit for Noah Benedict in the leadoff spot. Then it's Gavin George and likely Brandon Bartholomew after that.
Yeah, those are 2 guys that have been mainstays in the starting lineup, but with Coach Kribbe and this Fish Sticks team, you never know. There's been changes up and down the lineup already.
Dule looking to get his first hit of the summer. He's 0 for 6 at the plate so far. Already a few web gems to his name out in the outfield.
Yeah, great fielder there out in left field.
Now looking to put a spark into a stagnant Fish Sticks offense. 3-1, Blackfins leading the Fish Sticks heading into the bottom of the 8th. And the first look at Braden Larson tonight. Tyler Odegaard gives up a run in the 6th, but strikes out the side in the 7th. He was pretty good overall. And the first pitch from Larson. Off-speed, low part of the zone, strike 1. More of the same from these Blackfins pitchers, just locating anything and everything. Larson once again, that's on the inside half. That's strike 2. Dule behind 0-2 early on some nasty pitches from Braden Larson. 0-2, Dule swings through it, barely gets a piece. It catches Stever in the shoulder pad.
Yeah, now to 99 pitches total, and 69 of them have been strikes for the Blackfins, just commanding this zone.
Dule, junior, just across the lake at Bellevue College. The 0-2 to him. Into right center, might have some carry. Fetty tracking back, hits off the wall. Dule's got extra bases, misread by Fetty. And Dule is going to be in with a leadoff triple to start the 8th. Just the fire starter the Fish Sticks needed.
Yeah, what a spot to be in, and Dule delivers off the bat. That looks like it might have been a pop-out, but it kept carrying and carrying. I think the wind that's blowing towards right field had to do with that, but that was well struck. That's pitched down at the
what
knees.
A swing, too.
Outside of the zone, gets it, almost left the yard. And off the wall, that was a misjudge by Fetty, allows Dule to get to third base.
And now the heart of the order up for the Fish Sticks. Gavin George got things going with a base hit in the 6th. And then scored the lone run for the Fish Sticks today. Had a homer in the home opener. It would be a timely homer here to tie things up in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 0-1 misses down, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, it is absolutely essential for the Fish Sticks to score Dule here from third. This is a big run. Any way you can do it for George.
Another miss from Braden Larson, down and out. Count is 2-1. After George is Bartholomew and then Luke Parker. So really the part of the lineup you want up if you're Coach Kribbe and DubSea. 2-1 once again, Larson. Same spot 3 times in a row. And the count is 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, I think Larson's trying to get Gavin George to swing on those pitches outside of the zone. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to put him on first and get a double play ball.
George goes after the 3-1 fastball and fouls it away over to the baseball field across the way. Count is full.
And George was swinging first pitch. He's thinking that this bat is going to score Dulé no matter what. Got to be thinking George is going to be swinging here on 3-2 on any pitch that's close.
Full count offering. George laces it through the left side of the infield. It's a base hit. Dulé will score with ease. And the Fish Sticks starting to battle back. Gavin George drives in a run. It's 3-2.
Great piece of hitting. Great at bat by George. That one, as you said, laced. There was no chance there for Bartle at third base to get to it. And that's how you score the run right there.
So now Braden Bartholomew will come up. The tying run in the form of Gavin George over on first. Bartholomew had a base hit in his last at-bat. Swings and misses at the first pitch for strike one.
Yeah, now the Fish Sticks are getting base runners in great contact. They're excited to put the bat to use. Really, there was no base runners after the first at-bat until around the sixth inning. Now we're starting to see some offensive life.
Bartholomew shows bunt and he'll lay it down. George will be into second safely. Bartholomew retired easily. And a runner in scoring position with one down. That's Cribby ball at its finest. And now Luke Parker with a chance to tie things with a base hit.
Yeah, great bunt. Great job by Bartholomew, who does have power. He had a triple on Tuesday, but Cribby put down the bunt. Now the tying run is at second base. Really nicely done by Bartholomew.
Luke Parker hit a sac fly, brought in the run in the sixth on a ball that almost found its way out of here for a 3-run shot. First pitch just misses out, ball one.
Yeah, Parker's going to be looking for his pitch here. He sent one almost to the moon out there in center. Just miss it by millimeters, or it would have gotten out of the park.
Parker, oof, big cut. Cuts don't get bigger than that.
Yeah.
From Luke Parker.
He was a little bit, he gave out a long sigh there after that one. Saw the off-speed pitch the whole way. Put everything into that.
All Parker needs to tie this up is a base hit. Tyler Eisenhut warming on deck. Will be the first we've seen of Eisenhut today. 1-1 strike to Parker. Misses out, ball two. Nice snatch from Pietris behind the plate to keep George at second.
Yeah, George's got a lot of speed, one of the top runners on this team. No doubt he's thinking about going home if Parker sends us to the outfield.
Parker 1 for 6 on the season. Larson, nice location on the outside half. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Big spot here for Luke Parker to put a stamp on this game and bring the Fish Sticks even or maybe in the lead. 2-2, misses just out. Larson went for the same spot and misses, and we've got a full count.
Yeah, this is a big pitch now for Larson. Again, not the worst thing in the world if he walks Parker. I would expect maybe an off speed to the outside corner, try to get Parker to chase.
Payoff from Larson to Parker. Grounded over to Raymond. Easy play for the first baseman. George will advance. But now 2 downs, so no sac fly in order for George over on third. Cade Galen will in fact come up. They had Eisenhut in the on-deck circle for a second there, but it will be Cade Galen in this spot.
Yeah, I think they would rather have the lefty Galen here against the right-hander in Larson. This is a big spot.
Tying run 90 feet away. Cade Galen with a chance to bring the Sticks even. First pitch, grounded over the second baseman. Logsdon fields it easily. The throw to Raymond is well in time. And the Blackfins preserve the lead, but not before the Fish Sticks cut it in half. 3-2, the visiting Blackfins in front of the Fish Sticks going into the final frame of regulation.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, Crispy.
15 years, As You Wish Electric has offered the comprehensive electrical solutions Seattle families trust. We are proud to announce that we can now also serve your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. As we grow, we are committed to delivering the same knowledgeable and friendly experience that earned our spot as the region's top-rated electrical company. Contact As You Wish Electric, Plumbing, Heating, and Air today to learn more.
They just put a number up there as a,
3-2, Blackfins ahead of the Fish Sticks going into the ninth inning. A fan had an inquiry for us. We had to handle that. The fan experience is top-notch here at the Friar.
Oh, they're all great. No negative experiences whatsoever.
We are just a representation of that. So Kyle had to get some information across, but the ninth inning set to get underway. Finn still out on the bump.
Is the top of the ninth.
It is the top of the ninth.
As I had to communicate with one of the fans, one of the lovely fans here. They're all lovely.
Mario Martinez in the box for the Blackfins. 1 for 3 today, also worked a walk in the fifth where he ended up scoring. Still just blows a fastball by him for strike one.
Yeah, that was a big cut there from Martinez.
Still lowers the gas. Martinez fooled at strike two. Pitch sequencing working well for Finn Still today.
Yeah, great job to throw him off balance. Much weaker swing on that miss.
1-2 to Martinez. It's like it caught Daly off guard, missing out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Martinez hit .228 at Shoreline Community College's freshman season, 707 OPS. Flies that one out to right. It'll be in foul territory.
Yeah, a little bit behind that fastball. Again, Still's velocity a bit surprising maybe for this Blackfin lineup. He's had success with it.
The 2-2. Martinez into left field. Should be an easy read for Galen, and he is under it for out number 1.
Yeah, just in front of that off speed, caught the tip of the bat, was still able to send it pretty far out to left. But still has one mission on his mind, is to get all 3 of these batters out, and this is the toughest part of the order to do so. So that's a nice start.
Now Still tasked with facing Camden Raymond. Right on left. First pitch, nicely located fastball from Finn Still. Raymond brought in a run with a base hit in the 7th. He's fooled by that changeup. That gets a nice ovation from the crowd here at the Friar. They love to see that.
Yeah, huge cut. Again, took Mizuno, first pitch that he saw up the middle to tack on another run, which is proving to be an important run.
What a pitch from Finn Still. He sits down Raymond in 3 pitches, finishes him off with the outside fastball. And that is just a flawless sequence from Finn Still.
Yeah, that is not something you'll see against Raymond a lot. And Still made it look easy. Camden Raymond, one of the elite hitters in the PIL. Great pitch sequence right there. Great spot there with 2 strikes and 2 quick outs. Just what he needed.
River Smith has had a great day at the plate for the Blackfins. He's 3 for 4 and brought in Martinez with a double in the 5th. Smith hit .272 with an OPS north of 800 out of MSU Billings in 2026 as the 0-1 misses low to the chagrin of many fans here at the Friar.
Yeah, that was right at the knees. A lot of strikes have been called down there by Tim Stever behind the plate.
1 ball, 1 strike to River Smith. Still just misses out. The frame from Daly not enough. Smith has been a tough out all day. Daly can't hold on to it. It's a strike nonetheless. Still goes inside with the fastball. 1 strike away from a clean inning. Fish Sticks need all the help they can get. Down 1 in the 9th. The 2-2. misses, almost nutmegged River Smith. Count will fill up. Almost a gift that Smith wasn't hit by that pitch.
Yeah, 3-2, now 2 outs. I think Still's got to go back to the fastball, try to paint one of those corners. Outside corner is where he's been at.
Still's payoff is a fastball that misses down low. Another one that Daly can't hold on to. And River Smith reaches base for the 4th time today. He has been a stud in the box for the Blackfins.
Yeah, now a lot of power coming up with Andrew Fetty. 0 for 4 tonight, but he could change the outlook of this game with one swing pretty easily.
Fetty with some good contact in the 5th. Just right at Gavin George out in center. Nice pitch from Still to start off Fetty at strike 1.
A nice way to get back into the zone with that off speed on that outside corner.
With 2 outs, Smith might be thinking about nabbing second. Daly starting to have trouble holding on to the ball from Finn Still. That's the 3rd instance in about 6 pitches where he isn't able to nab it out of the air. A ball and a strike apiece. Still takes his time now, comes home to Fetty, and a fastball is fouled away. Fetty not quite able to catch up to the Still velocity.
Yeah, he was way behind that fastball. A couple of off-speed pitches from Still to start out the at-bat. This is a big one to put away right here for Still to give the Sticks an opportunity in the bottom of the 9th.
Fetty, nice piece of hitting out into left field. He takes the outside pitch, oppo, and everyone moves up a base. Runners on second and first and 2 down.
Yeah, after a couple of nice fastballs into Fetty, Fetty took that off speed. Honestly, a great spot from Still on the outer half, but even better job by Fetty after an 0 for 4 start to take that the opposite way. And now 2 runners are suddenly on with Micah Bartle, who's also very dangerous at the plate.
Bartle 0 for 1 with a strikeout today, but a huge day on Tuesday. He flies the first pitch into center field. Gavin George, an easy read. Finn Still holds the Blackfins scoreless. It's Daly, Kung, and Watson with a chance to tie things up. Fish Sticks head to the bottom of the 9th, down a run. While the Friar has cleared out in a sense, still a good amount of fans here for the bottom of the 9th.
It's rally time here for the first time this season. Crispy trying to fire up the fans as Larson's coming up again, trying to put away the Fish Sticks and sweep the week series 3-0.
Yeah, Larson staying in. I mean, on the surface, it might be an interesting choice given that he didn't have a great inning in the 8th, but this is what the Blackfins have done really all season, is they've kept that pitcher count low. They only used 2 on Tuesday and 3 on Sunday. So definitely a trend for the Blackfins, and they'll put their trust in Braden Larson to close this one out and improve to 5-1 on the season.
And healthy matchups, the first 3 batters that he will face, all the guys due up will be right-handed batters. It'll be Daly, and then Eisenhut's going to come in to pinch hit after it looked like he was going up for Cade Galen last inning, but he will come up here in the 9th. So 2 righties to start off.
Daly put a ball on a line that almost tied this one up back in the 6th, but a web gem from Andrew Fetty out and right kept the Fins in the lead. And right now that catch really is the difference. If that ball gets down, this is a completely different story. But it's 3-2, Blackfins 3 outs away from sweeping the Fish Sticks this week. Daly, the righty, steps in, and first offering from Braden Larson just catches the corner, strike 1.
That tickled the outside corner. That's a great place to put an off-speed pitch.
Daly came in for Peyton Barsotti behind the plate. Back in the 6th. Larson's 1-1. Gets the call once again. He should live there if he's going to get that call.
Yeah, that one looked below the knees. Now down behind 1-2.
1-2 to Daly. Line down the third base side. It's a fair ball into the picket fence. Daly should have 2 easily as the ball dies out in the outfield grass. Extra bases for Daly to get the 9th inning started.
Yeah, great piece of hitting from Daly. That's about as close as it could get between foul and fair over there on the left field line. Just skipped over the left side of third base. And again, the outfield grass helping the Blackfins, and it just completely dies out there. That allowed Martinez to get to the ball quickly. Now we're going to have a little meeting as Eisenhut is coming in to pinch hit.
You got to think Eisenhut's probably going to lay down a bunt here. This is Kribbe's style of play, especially in a situation where you can have a runner on third and only 1 down for a hitter like Isaac Watson, who maybe doesn't have the best average but can obviously pop a fly ball into the outfield at any time.
Yeah, Eisenhut's signature so far this season has been that first pitch. Took a first pitch for a hard line drive single on Tuesday in his first at-bat against the Blackfins. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm not sure Coach Kribbe would bring in Eisenhut here to pinch hit if all he was going to do was lay down a bunt. Noah Kuhn could perfectly do that himself. So we'll see what Eisenhut does here.
Corners are in, especially Raymond over at first for the Blackfins. Eisenhut does show bunt, and the first pitch is down low for ball 1. No action in the Blackfins bullpen. They are ride or die with Braden Larson.
And no sign from Kribbe between the pitch. So you got to think Eisenhut might be swinging away here.
Larson comes to that Raymond even further in.
Nope, he squares away.
Eisenhut shows bunt, tries to get a bat on it. Wants to say pull back, and he sure did. Wow. How did Tyler Eisenhut manage that? He looked like he swung and pulled back at the same time, and it's ball 2.
Yeah, that was like a pump fake bunt almost. Decommitted last second, now a 2-0 count. Pretty hitter friendly.
Eisenhut looking for the sign again.
Yeah, last 2 pitches he was creeping up way in front of the batter's box. Now he's in the back.
Raymond backs up accordingly. And the 2-0, man, that outside half is starting to get large. It's strike 1. Great location from Larson.
Eisenhut's back up in the top half of the batter's box.
2-1 pitch. Raymond charges in as Eisenhut squares to bunt. Can't get a bat on it, and it's strike 2. Daly almost broke for third. Pietras mishandled the ball behind the plate, so if Daly did break for third, he might have had it. But it's 2-2, and Daly still on second. Got to think Eisenhut probably won't be showing bunt with 2 strikes. Still at the front of the box, though.
Well, you never know. Oh, here we go. 2 strikes and showing bunt. This is a gamble.
Now call time. They're going to say Eisenhut stepped out of the box. We'll just redo the 2-2. Just keeping tabs because, man, he is towing the line up there in the front corner.
Yeah, this is a risky maneuver with 2 strikes. Eisenhut more than a capable hitter.
Foot barely on the line. 2-2, and Larson checks in on Daly. Fans are not going to like that one in a spot like this. Eisenhut shown bunt twice. Wasn't able to get a bat on either.
Yeah.
Lays down bunt and it's foul, and Eisenhut is retired. The risk does not pay off. And now Isaac Watson will come up with a runner on second and 1 out. Do you want to see Eisenhut swinging away there?
Yeah, I don't agree with the call there. Eisenhut, again, had a lot of success on Tuesday hitting against the Blackfins. This guy hit .360 in college before a knee dislocation took him out last year. I would have had him swing away there, especially with 2 strikes.
So now it's Isaac Watson in a big spot. First pitch to Watson, swung on and missed. Fastball gets by him for strike one. Alex Hamada in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, now 1 out after that bunt with 2 strikes, and the runner's still on second base. That's a big out of Eisenhut from Larson.
Watson 0 for 2 on the day as Larson steps off. Daly tormenting him over at second base. No balls and 1 strike to Isaac Watson, the sophomore at Centralia College. Back of the box, no thoughts of bunting here. 0-1, just misses inside. The inside is starting to get called for a ball more often, and the outside starting to expand for strikes.
Yeah, it basically goes with the hitter. Anything outside of the hitter is more expanded.
Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike to Isaac Watson. Larson deals. Watson through the left side of the infield. What a read by Klinkenberg. He throws to third, and Daly is out. Patrick Klinkenberg continues to haunt the Fish Sticks tonight. What a web gem. Watson does reach base over at first, but no runners in scoring position and 2 down for the Fish Sticks.
Yeah, that's not a great base running play by Daly there. Great heads-up play by Klinkenberg to get the out. But I talked about the discipline on the base paths to start out this game. That's a great example of something that just cannot happen if you want to win games in this league. And now the lead runner is gone. There's a runner on first with 2 outs after there was a runner on second after a leadoff double.
So last chance for the Blackfins, and Alex Hamada way ahead on strike 1. Hamada, not his best day at the plate so far. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Larson has worked into some trouble today, but has preserved the lead. 0-1, misses down, ball 1. You got to think about Watson over at first. He can run, and at some point you may see him break for second in a situation where Hamada, not much pop off the bat.
Yeah, I would probably expect Kribbe to send him, especially after all the action we've seen already here in the bottom of the 9th.
Hamada right to the shortstop, and who else but Patrick Klinkenberg to put this game away. He leaps up and makes the play, and the Blackfins sweep the Fish Sticks this week. It's a 3-2 victory at the Friar for the visiting Blackfins. They improve to 5-1 in PIL play, and the Fish Sticks fall to 0-3 in league games.
Yeah, that's a tough way to finish that one after a leadoff double. A bunt that went foul with 2 strikes for Eisenhut on a situation where I would have let him swing away, and then Daly got caught on the base paths trying to go for third on a ground ball. Really unfortunate for the Fish Sticks, who were right there, especially in the latter part of the game. But what a way for the Blackfins to win, a defensive or a pitching masterclass from both teams here tonight. Pretty much the opposite of what we've seen the last 2 games between these teams, but the Blackfins come out top. 3 games in 5 days, and they win all 3 of them against the Fish Sticks.
Looking ahead for the DubSea Fish Sticks, 2 games this weekend at the Friar against the Utah Yaks. Tomorrow, Little League night, and Saturday, Seattle Soccer night with some specialty jerseys. First pitch at 6:35 on Friday and 6:05 on Saturday. Then they'll be back to PIL play against the Seattle Studs on $3 Thursday next week on the 18th. First pitch at 6:35. For Kyle Sweeney and everyone in the truck, Connor Ryan, our producer, my name is Angus Trangmo. Seattle Blackfins baseball is 5-1. They win this one 3-2 over the Fish Sticks. The Blackfins are hot, and the Fish Sticks fall to 0-3 in PIL play. Have a good night, everybody.